Welcome, Wapham crew and new listeners. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, August 7th, Monday, August 8th for those of you across the pond and beyond. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm your host, TessaTNT, and we are live tonight from the Mile High Clubhouse. I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend so far. I went fishing the other day, didn't catch any live fish, but I did actually catch a dead fish with some growths on it. It was really crazy. And then I did also catch a sunburn on my tickle bitties. But yeah, it was a good day. Good relaxing day at the lake. So if you're listening to us live right now, you're listening to us on Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. You may also be listening to us on KPNL Radio, which you can find on KPNL Radio at kpnl-db.com. If you want to listen to us on your free time, whether you're working it or working out, check us out once again under We Are Paradox Media at Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Tumblr, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, and Podcast Chaser. I did try to reconnect us on the YouTube today, but yeah, we might still be grounded because of a particular host that we did have on our show who goes above and beyond to broadcast different news that he doesn't even know what the hell they're talking about. But make sure you go there, subscribe, follow, and like us. Make sure you leave any comments on any video that you've listened to, and let us know at weareparadox@gmail.com. Weareparadoxmedia@gmail.com what different people you'd like to listen to on our show. I'm willing to go and find these people for you and discuss anything within their lives. But tonight, I have a treat for all my guys and gals out here. We have Mr. Jeff Hilliard on here, and Jeff is a satirical comedic innovator. Jeff Hilliard's provocative point of view on the dark, twisted reality of modern day society proves his creativity knows no bounds. His controversial music videos have garnered millions of views and have won numerous film festivals recently, and been promoted by the likes of Steve-O, Russell Brand, and Tommy Lee. With his unique blend of social commentary and songwriting, Hilliard collaborated with a number of musicians, including the Dead Kennedys, D.H. Peligro, and Inger Lore of the Nymphs, and joined forces with Chevelle, which I love Chevelle, one of my favorite bands, on making two music videos, one of which had its world premiere on MTV2. Hilliard's music video, Balls, featured Steve-O from Jackass and worked with Jordy White, aka Twiggy Ramirez, Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails, A Perfect Circle, to develop the recent release, Good Life, which has been hailed by Billy Morrison, the cult Billy Idol, as the most outrageous, wrong, socially unacceptable music video he'd ever seen. And that is what makes it utter genius. Chester Bennington, Linkin Park, Dead by Sunrise, Stone Temple Pilots, The Good Life is one of the best music videos I've ever seen. Hilliard's film credits include opening Paul Schrader's Dog Eat Dog film starring Nicolas Cage and William Dafoe. He also played the main antagonist, Officer Banks, in Bernard Rose's award-winning film Frankenstein, starring Danny Houston, Carrie-Anne Moss, Xavier Samuel, and Tony Todd. Also recently starred in Traveling Light along with Stephen Dorff, Tony Todd, and Danny Houston. Welcome, Jeff, and thanks for being here. I'm super excited. Yeah, you were saying, yeah, can you hear me? Oh, hold on 1 minute. You're not bouncing for some reason. Let me try to fix this really quick. Weird. Um, Maybe I have to go into Skype. It was working the other day, so I tested it by talking to myself, which is really kind of weird, but let me go into my settings and make sure I have you on the right notation here really quick. Sorry about the delay. Okay. Yep, you're on speakers. You should be on cable. All right. I think I got you.
Okay, are we good now?
Oh, no, I can't hear you. That's so weird. Hold on one second. Let me fix this over here. Hmm.
Are you able to send me a Skype via email?
Hold on one sec. So now it's picking you up, but then it's not letting me hear you, so I have to switch something around here really quick. Sorry, I just got a new computer. My old one was just really gigging out on me, and that was not cool. Yeah, this isn't cool either. Like I said, I tested it out. I was talking to myself on the phone, and it was pretty epic. It actually worked, but weird. Okay, going over here. I'm sorry, Jeff. Give me one moment. Testes, testes, 1, 2, 3. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right, so now I can hear you, but you're not bouncing, so let me fix this over here and just change it to something other than the cable input. All right. Go ahead and say something, and let's see if it bounces. I can hear you. But it's not showing up on the show. I'm sorry. Okay, now try it again.
Okay, testing, testing.
Testes, testes. Still not working. Let's just go to Microsoft Sound Mapper. Yeah, I should have really done this with somebody else before you came on. I really apologize. Eh. Um, so strange.
Guys, this one via email. That work?
Yeah, let me do that really quick. So here we go. So my account, Microsoft account, Skype profile, and I should be able to share it from there. Copy it to clipboard. Alrighty, so um, Jeff. All right, I'm going to forward this to you. So here's a little link, I believe, that should work. If anything works tonight, here we go. So hopefully that works, and then we can get you on Skype, and that should be working out well. But yeah, I don't even know if it's a Skype thing. I think this is just like really weird. Yeah, I just did. It might take a minute. It was to your email from We Are Paradox Media. So you should be able to find it in let's see what the address is. Okay, I can do that too. That might be a bit easier to do it in the Facebook link. There's that to Rocky or Randy.
Send it to Jeff Hilliard, please.
Yes, I'm looking for it. There we go. All right, all right, all right. So, how was your birthday party? It sounded like it was pretty epic.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
No worries. Yeah, we're both having tech issues, but it's all cool. You know, we just kind of fly by the seat of our pants here. But yeah, I finally got you on the soundboard. I'm like, holy shit, what is happening? I don't know. I did something last night to try to get sound because nothing was playing back for me. So I went to headphones, and now it's just like everything is jacked up. The smallest little thing. But yeah, I got you just on the sound mapper so that way we can hear each other and everybody can hear you. But yeah, I'm super excited. So this is the big 5-0 for you. Do you feel any older? Do you still just feel like really young? Like how are you feeling these days as far as age goes?
I feel very good. I feel my best days are ahead of me. I guess at this age, I kind of know who I am and what I'm doing and how to do it.
Right?
Everything's good.
That's good.
Myself, I have a wonderful life, amazing people in my life, and it's very simple.
As simple as good, indeed. Isn't this stupid? Like, I don't know. The internet, technology should be your friend, but for me, it's like my arch nemesis. It's just like, what the crack is going on here?
Hold on 1 second. I think I did it. I had to reset the password. I think I've used Skype for about 10 years.
Yeah, it's very outdated, but like I was saying, as far as Spreaker goes, it's Spreaker, and then they accumulate with Skype, and they're just copulating all over the place with each other. It's like, how come we can't use Zoom and all these other things? Everybody keeps telling me Zoom, and I'm like, why aren't you, you know, at least going to bed with Zoom for a little bit instead of just Skype? Because Skype just really sucks. It's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, and I really don't get it.
Say hi. I try to call you.
Oh, I think I saw it. Hello! I can see you. Yay! We did it. It's going good. Hold on. Let me try to find you here really quick on the sound map again. I'm like, what the crack is happening? Sorry. My system is very cracked out at the moment. I just want people to be able to hear you. Like, that's the main thing when you do a show. Jeez, oh Pete. So let me go back over here to Skype. Sound, audio, speakers. What about this one? Testes, testes, 1, 2, 3. Nope. See, it shows you saying something to me, but let me see if I can change it over here where I can actually hear you. Headphones? Yes. But then can everybody else hear you? So do your little testes. No, I'm not saying your testes are little, but do your testy 1, 2, 3.
You want
I
to see
love
my
the frame
testes?
behind you. That's awesome.
Thank you. That was from the Mullitude music video.
All right. This is awesome. So it's showing you on there, but then I cannot hear you. This is ridiculous. It's redonkulous. Unplug this. Try this. All right. Are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Now, you're not bouncing. You got to be bouncing.
We did it.
We did it. All right, let's just do it this way. Weird. Alrighty. Here we go. So, how did you get to the point that you are like in the musical field? Like, did you listen to the Dr. Demento show, or who actually humored you, or who did you look up to get into this field?
When I was a kid, I guess I grew up, I was born in 72, so I grew up on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of MTV, and I loved Saturday Night Live when I was a kid. So when I was really young, I wanted to be in Van Halen or be on Saturday Night Live. And so I
Yes.
guess I kind of made my own little world.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've always wanted to be on Saturday Night Live, and yeah, Chris Farley was my boo. I think every time I've had a boo, they've died, so maybe I shouldn't have those anymore. But even I had the weirdest dream. Dan Aykroyd went to my uncle because my aunt died, and I had to go and help him out. And when my uncle answered the door, it was Dan Aykroyd. I'm like, "Are you fucking serious right now?" It was so weird.
Wow.
But yeah, I've always loved Saturday Night Live and just like how outlandish everybody is. Eddie Murphy was epic on there. So did you ever try out?
No, I never got the opportunity to audition for Saturday Night Live. I've never been that cool.
Me neither. I've just always dreamed about it. But you've won so many awards, right? And you've got a lot of new ones that popped up recently. It's just like one after the other after the other. Pretty cool.
Yes, I've been done well. The director that does all the music videos on Saturday Night Live and directs some of their stuff, he followed me on Instagram. I think he really liked the consensual music video. That's as close as I've gotten.
Yes. I love that. I love that video. It's so epic. Like, what kind of editing equipment or whatever did you use to actually do that?
I work with an editor. I did that music video with Joey Danger, who's really brilliant at doing like special effects and CGI. And he's making a feature film where he's having me play a lead in it. And he was pitching that film to me. He asked what I was working on because he'd been a fan of mine for many years, and I sent him the song "Consensual," and he loved it. And I was trying to figure out how to make a music video for it because it would be difficult to do it in my normal style because I think it would come across way too dark. It might not be that funny. So I pitched him an idea and he loved it, and so we worked on it for like 5 months.
Holy shnikes. It's quite a
Yeah,
while.
it was a lot of work.
Yeah. And it came out beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. A lot of work goes into those music videos.
They're awesome. And I've noticed like there's kind of like a meth base to it for a lot of them. Like Finger Bang Your Day. I was jamming out to that right before I called you, and I'm just like, that's a total meth lab. These are meth heads. And I remember that stasis. I went through that for about 5 or so years. I'm one of the lucky 6% that recovered from that, but yeah, you do have like a darker satire, but it's true, like even with comedy and anything else, like that is true to life, and I think that that's how a lot of people really connect with it.
Yeah, I like to do like fringe characters that are pretty exaggerated. Uh, like outcast, outliers are people I'm more interested in. I think as an actor to play these types of characters are more fun than being like the good-looking hero, which I don't think I could pull off anyway.
Come on.
It's funny. Well, I've never really seen myself like that. That was my goal when I moved. I moved to Los Angeles in 1998, and that was my goal, was to play pathetic, odd, weird characters in films.
Where did you move from?
I grew up in Kansas and Colorado, and then I went to the University of Kansas. And when I graduated, I moved to Los Angeles. But I did live in Colorado outside of Boulder, and I lived in Longmont.
It's
And I
very
went
beautiful.
to, yeah, I went to Niwot High School till my senior year, then moved to Kansas City.
Yeah, actually, was born in Arkansas, so we were neighbors then. And then, my mom was killed by a drunk driver. My dad abandoned me. My aunt and uncle came and got me. So went to Washington. My uncle was a nurse. My Uncle Daddy, I call him. It sounds kind of hillbilly-ish, but that's how we came to Colorado, the Four Corners area. I had to get the fuck out of Cortez because it's like the armpit of the universe and move to the Durango area. But I really love it here. It's so beautiful. And out of all the places I've lived and even being in the military, this is my favorite place. California is nice too. So are you living in like the Los Angeles area or?
I live in Los Angeles. I'm in my studio right now, which is in West Hollywood, and then I live in a house in Sherman Oaks.
So can anybody purchase that portrait right behind you? Because I would love to have one of those.
I'll send you one. I'm hoping that some things go down that I'm working on, and I will start selling merchandise. And that would be some of the stuff I would sell, are these like ridiculous self portraits.
Hell yes. I love them. Like when you first contacted me, you sent me Mulletude, and I'm like, is he making fun of me? Because, okay, so my aunt was like, you want your ears pierced? If you get your ears pierced, you have to get the haircut that I want you to have. And I'm like, okay. And she gave me a mullet. And I have to say, mullets are people too. Um, you totally have that mulletude. If you have the mullet, you are the mullet.
Yeah, you need the multitude with the haircut.
Wish I had that song back when I had the mullet. Like I would have felt more confident, but I was just like, wah wah.
I gave myself and my friend mullets when we were 15 years old. I think it was in like the 80s, mid 80s. And it was like the hairstyle.
Right? Yeah, that's when I got mine too. Did you have the rat tail beyond the mullet, or it was just mullet?
I never had a rat tail, but before we shot Mulletude, mullets were not in style like 3 years ago or whenever. 2019, I grew a mullet, and it was really funny. I remember I was at this gym, and I was at like their little cafe, and I was getting a drink, and this kid looks up and he sees my hair, and he's doing everything he can not to laugh in my face, and I just stood there, tried to be very stoic, so he'd had his moment where he was just like, get a load of this fucking lunatic. And then when the song came out, I started seeing mullets. Not as if I inspired or anything, but I think the Tiger King really kicked off the whole mullet revolution.
Right?
Once more. Came back in style for a bit.
Yeah. That is crazy, and he's still in prison.
Yeah. That was a really crazy documentary, man.
Yeah, he went really Jack Wild there. Like, he was ready to kill a bitch. And then she was on Dancing with Stars. I'm like, are you fucking serious? What's your favorite what?
My favorite part of his documentary is that he hired a guy to write and record country western songs, and he would pretend to sing them in make music video. I was like, holy shit.
I saw that where he was just like...
That's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
He was so proud. Yeah, that was awesome.
The whole community of transgenders, and they do performances where they lip sync to different pop songs. and it's a whole thing in here in Los Angeles. I think it's a lot of places. But it's really funny.
So instead of karaoke, you're lip syncing, like Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, there's lip syncing someone else's song. It's got to be the lowest form of entertainment there is, and I think TikTok has made it now like a thing. Like you could actually, they give you a television show if you're really good at lip syncing scenes from movies. The bar is very low.
Yes, I have a TikTok account. I have not yet used it. I'm kind of afraid. Have you used your TikTok or I saw your
I have,
videos and stuff, but
yeah, I'm not really that much into it. I think my age, I'm 50, and if anyone's pushing something as the place to be, I just immediately think, no, it's not. I know that I like to pretend to be creepy characters, but I don't need to live that in my real life.
right? It's very true. It's like the 401k plan. I do have a 401k plan. That's where I push my shopping cart full of cans, 401 kilometers, and that's when I die from pneumonia. Pretty prestigious and very proud of, my efforts. And I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be screwed when I get old. But at least I'm having a happy life right now. But yeah.
That's like,
Yeah, that's all you can do. So, I saw you on a show recently, um, and this person was talking about you and about you being like his personal coach as far as getting through addiction. Did you deal with that in the past as well?
yeah, I've been sober for almost 18 years, and I worked at some fancy rehabs, and then I fell into this weird occupation of being what's called a sober companion, which is kind of like a babysitter for mentally ill lunatic people, which is one of the worst occupations you could ever have.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
I can see how like that can be really hard and do you ever get tempted to relapse or is it something where you're just like
No,
look at where they're at and I don't want to be there anymore.
I just kind of fell into it. I did well because I was told I'm like a fun person to hang out with. You have to have like really good boundaries to be a sober companion, because these people are really vulnerable, and they're usually people that are very wealthy. So you're not in a situation where you're trying to pitch them business opportunities or borrow money from them, or you have to be like a person that could go out into the world into nicer environments and be able to have, not be able to fit into the environment. So, and then you work with like their therapists, their doctors, and it's like a whole big team of people. It's really ridiculous. I think it's if you have a lot of money, there's every service you could probably have for yourself, but it's all really silly actually. Very
Right.
dark world is
It really
the
is.
recovery world.
Yeah, it's really hard. Um, yeah, I've had my big brother stay with me recently and a friend of mine that used to do a show on here and it's just like, holy shit, I'm just glad everybody's gone. Now I have my life back because it's hard to be around that. Because it does kind of bring you down in a certain sense, not as far as like, oh, I'm going to partake too, but as far as like, yeah, it does. It's a very dark place to be. But I'm proud of you for what you're
Yeah.
doing because I know people really need that.
Well, I haven't done it for many years, and I have no interest to ever go back to it. I did it for on and off for like maybe like 10 years, and it's like being a stripper. The money's really good. I kind of felt more of like I was like a personality escort,
Right?
and these people literally like the energy vampires that would just suck the life out of you. And most of them are full blown psychopaths. They don't want to be sober, and it's all like a hustle to break down your boundaries so you will participate in their craziness. It's really, and a lot of the people were such awful people that the world would be a better place if they didn't make it.
Right.
It's But to do that work, if you're like a sociopath, you're perfect for it. If you're completely detached and you have no empathy
Mm-hmm.
and you don't care about these people, because a lot of them don't make it, which is pretty sad, but that's kind of the reality of that world.
Yeah, it
But I
really
don't know
is.
if you really want to hear about me and sober companioning.
I do. I want to learn all about you because I'm enamored. Like, I just love what you're doing. And, like I was thinking earlier, like, did you listen to the Dr. Demento show, Weird Al? Like,
No,
where,
I'm not familiar with Dr.
really?
Weird Al, yeah, I don't know him, but Weird Al does. he does funny songs, but he takes somebody else's song
Mm-hmm.
and then he changes
Beats
it. It's
it.
just parody. Yeah, it's like the lowest form of humor, which my life would be a lot better off if I did that. It would be much easier,
It would be,
and I would
right?
have a big audience. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it does. I would get really bored.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. My husband was saying, "Who do you got on the show tonight?" And I'm like, "Jeff Hilliard." And he's like, "What's a Jeff Hilliard?" I'm like, "It's kind of like today's version of Weird Al, but different. Because, like you said, you make your own original songs. You don't just go from a song and do something to that. You make your own originals. So that's really
Well,
epic."
a young person told me you're like Weird Al if he did his own songs. And then I had a friend of mine who's like a really intelligent. If your people are into the arts, said you're as if Cindy Sherman did music. If people know who she is, she's a brilliant self-portrait artist where she does these different characters and would do self-portraits of herself where she looks like different people. She's really brilliant. So that would be me, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, it's weird.
So
I
I
was
guess
just hearing voices coming through my window, and I'm like, "Where are these voices coming from?" It's weird. They were like, "Yeah." So yeah, I guess
I
everybody's
guess it's
happy
a
you're on.
good thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing that no one else really does what I do, but it's also a bad thing because then people may not get what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Okay, so you came to me as Randy Balboa, and you sent me this multitude, and I'm like, "Is this guy fucking making fun of me?" Or, um, and then I heard all your music past then, and then all of a sudden, Pussy Pounder came through, and I'm like, "What?" Like, here's a superhero who would have made a lot of money during, COVID, but the Pussy Pounder, holy shit. And so last night I was looking up all of your old music. I was trying to, and I got kind of swayed here and there, but it's freaking epic. How long have you been doing this?
I think I did uh, the Pussy Pounder in 2007, and I did a song before that that never really made it into a music video. That was really funny. So I've been doing it for how many ever years that is. The first music video I made a music video for the band Chevelle called
Mm-hmm.
"I Get It." That was very popular. And then I got to make a follow-up music video called "The Fad." And I hired a friend of mine who's a director and his friend who's a executive producer, and then I produced it. And that's how I learned how to make music videos. And then I started doing my own songs and just doing my own videos. Before that, I would make like these really crazy short films and stuff, and that's how Chevelle found me to make a music video for them.
Chevelle. We used to run around jamming that. Don't want no short man. And my friends even have tagged me in that recently, but I don't know, Chevelle. It's pretty
Chevelle had
epic.
that song that the Red that was very popular. They're a rock band. They kind of sound like Helmet. They were big in 2000. They were, I think, pretty influenced by Tool and the band Helmet, and they had some really popular music videos back then.
Yeah, and then you said also Steve-O and other people have been in on your different videos. So what exact video was that Steve-O was on and such?
I did a song called Balls, and I befriended Steve-O, or he befriended me, and then he wanted to be in my music video, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do with him, and he was like, I could just like pee on myself, and I'm like, I'm
Oh
not
no.
sure how to do that. But we did at the location we were shooting. There was a golden shower, so it worked out perfect. So he peed on himself at the end of the video in a shower that was painted gold. So that was great. And then at one point he wanted to. I have this ridiculous tattoo of Santa on a cross, and he wanted to get that. And so I thought he asked me permission. I thought, I should make a video of this so I'm not just some weirdo that has one of Steve-O's tattoos. So we made a video of us getting each other's tattoos, and so now I'm a weirdo that has just two Steve-O tattoos, basically.
Ah, well, hey, I'm glad we're in the same club. It's cool to be weird. And the kids really are not sure about it, but I'm just like, no, it's good to be unique and different, and you don't want to be like everybody else, because that's pretty freaking boring.
It seems like the millennial or Gen Z, they don't want to stand out. They want to fit in and not be. I think it's kind of the quest is mediocrity. You don't want to be successful because if you are, somehow you're shaming someone who doesn't have skills.
Mm-hmm.
So you're better off not being good at anything and living at home in your mom's basement playing video games and fantasizing about the metaverse and being on UBI.
Right? Okay, so that's
and never
like,
getting a driver's license.
right? Yeah, my daughter's
Right,
18. She
yeah.
still has yet to do that. But my nephew, who is not my nephew, but my husband's nephew, Vern's talking about his dream house. And he is talking about his dream house, but his dream house is living in the basement of my husband's dream house. And he's like, can't you have your own freaking dream house? Come on, like, why do you got to be on my coattails? But that's the way it is these days. Really, really
Get
crazy.
that. It's really weird. I don't know why anyone would. It's kind of like a parasite existence. You know, you have the whole population of like the incels. That's why I did the song, the Silicone Wave. It was like about the community of people, men going their own way. Of these, at least the people in the men going their own way, they do kind of do like self improvement. So they're trying to be a better version of themselves. But yeah, I don't know. It's a real celebration of just being a loser. It sits at home and plays video games. Maybe if you turn pro as a gamer. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a parent. I would not be good.
I bet you would. You'd be like, go be yourself.
I would be, get the fuck out of my house.
You're 7, okay? You can survive on your own.
That's right. Figure it out. I had a job at 7.
That's right. I did too. But they don't get it these days.
Family.
Oh my god, you crack me up. But yeah, it's insane. Okay, so finger bang your day. Like, yeah. My best friend, every time I take a picture of her, she's got the bird waving. Where'd you come up with that? Finger bang your day. Like,
when I first got sober, I thought I do things to make myself laugh, and so I was to tell myself I got to get out there and finger bang my day. I got to give my day an orgasm. And then I used to be a stand-up comic a lifetime ago, and I used to do a stand-up bit where it was like this whole motivation thing where I got everyone to get out there and finger bang their day. So that's where the song came from. And then I thought the best way to do it was to do kind of like a shitty version of like a Justin Bieber type song, kind of like these like virtue signaling, motivational type things. So that's where the song came about. And then I thought, what a better character to present this to you than some guy with a meth lab who's completely insane? Because I have encountered people that are completely loaded out of their mind, which I always find very amusing. So that's how that came about. And I kind of felt that character could have been the precursor to my song "The Good Life."
Yep. Hey, buddy, you got a cigarette? You got a couple dollars?
And there's a lot of those characters here in Los Angeles.
There is. Oh my god. Like, I went to San Francisco to a UFO conference, but generally my grandma lives in San Diego, so I go in that area sometimes. But yeah, it takes all kinds, and they're spreading out throughout the world. Here in Southwest Colorado, we got those going on.
Soon we will all be homeless.
Seriously, that's the way it's going, right? The economy is insane.
2030, you will own nothing and be happy. Per the World Economic Forum.
Nice. We're gonna start a camp. It's gonna be kind of like Burning Man, but different.
Yeah, that's the one thing about like downtown Los Angeles. That's advanced Burning Man. It's like, oh, real cute. You go to some desert place and you pretend to be homeless. These motherfuckers are doing it 24/7. I mean, they are committed year round. And they have like the section that fixes bikes and repairs bikes, and they have these really elaborate camps. And these guys, they party. They're not going to Burning Man like once a year to get crazy.
Every fucking day.
Yeah. They're committed to the lifestyle. I see Burning Man as I've been there, and I tell you what, it's a lot of posers. The real
It really
people
is.
are downtown Skid Row, Los Angeles.
All the amber turds in the world.
Yes.
dropping off their Cosbys in some, foreign hole. Who knows?
That's right.
But I just love that
Those are
term
some
you
of
use. I was just like, here
some.
you are smiling, walking your dog. I'm like, just dropping off the Cosbys on my birthday party.
Some of my favorite videos on the internet are people that, for whatever reason, are taking a shit in a grocery store. There's something about that is, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's kind of amazing. Like, I really respect that level of go fuck yourself. Like, I'm just.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, at first it was in the mall and, maybe a corner plant or something, but this lady's like dropping her pants and dropping the deuce like real quick and pulling it back up. I'm like, that takes a lot of stamina to actually be able to drop it that quick and then walk away.
Yeah, have your disgusting. Like, you're gonna go sit down in your car. Like, everyone knows if you had to go to the bathroom in public, you could go into a grocery store because there's always bathrooms available.
Heard on aisle 4.
Yeah, and now you can just go into any bathroom and say you identify at that moment as whatever gender you need to be to get into the bathroom. I mean, I don't understand. I think they had a personal vendetta against the person working there. I don't know.
They're like, these prices are shitty.
Yeah, like their husband is Ed, works in like the produce, and he's convinced that the wife is convinced he's having an affair with the checkout clerk, and she's like, really? Fuck me, how about fuck you in aisle 7?
Yeah, it's too much.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop this right here.
I mean,
and move along.
That to me is the ultimate live, laugh, love. When I see like there's a Facebook group for live, laugh, love, you're not living, laughing, and loving unless you've taken a fucking shit in your grocery store.
That's right. That's so true.
Don't fucking live, laugh, mean nothing if you haven't taken a fucking dump in a Safeway or Ralph's or Pavilions or whatever grocery store.
Yeah, I give Love and Light out all the time, but yeah, no, I haven't done that yet. I have not graduated.
You get extra points if you're in the Midwest and you go to a Come and Go. They have a gas station called Come and Go.
I
know. You fucking
know.
drop a juice right there in front of the power bars.
It's true. Power bars. Here you go. Here's your nutsy bar.
Yeah.
Why is there always nuts? Why is there always nuts or corn? Like, it's always there. It's like, I know I chewed that, but there it is. Nuts and corn.
Well, I don't know about that.
And then power bars.
Yeah. I don't think those are very good for you. You just put protein in anything. You can go to, in Los Angeles, they'll sell you cookies with like protein in it, and it's somehow healthy. It's like, here we have protein marshmallows, a healthy marshmallow with essential vitamins and protein.
Yes.
Yeah, you can make some protein s'mores.
Give me s'more. Give me s'more. That's insane. Yep. Protein and everything. And then now they're saying, just like everything else, protein is bad for you. If you use too much of this, you can get heart issues, blah, blah, blah. I guess if you're not working at off correctly, which I don't. But yeah, I haven't seen the protein marshmallows yet.
I think, they're trying to move people off of eating meat or something. But you can eat both. It's the future.
Right?
And cannibalism. Just killing homeless people and eating them is the future of health and fitness.
Yeah. What are we having tonight? Mexican.
Yeah. Killed fucking Felipe, the guy that lived under the bridge.
Yep. He was such a nice guy, and he tastes so delightful. But yeah. That is the way of the future. Okay, so as of today, like, there's tons of grasshoppers, aphids, whatever the hell you want to call them, in my yard, like right next to my weed plants. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, go to the field next door. Why are you here in my little tiny yard? But it's like you walk and there's like millions of them that just like rotate around. Chocolate dipped grasshoppers. I've never had it, but I've heard things. I've heard it's good. Why not just eat chocolate covered nuts? My husband says. Well, I don't know. Grasshoppers could be good. Maybe that's what we're going to be living off, kind of like Renfield. Who knows? Could be eating bugs for a while.
Grasshopper.
Yeah. Even fish like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
I don't
fishing.
see myself.
Huh?
I do not see myself eating bugs, even if you put chocolate in them. Not into it.
Yeah, me neither. You know, getting legs stuck in my teeth and shit. Like, no, I'm good on that. Not till I have to. Yep, grasshoppers, crickets, worms. Oh yeah, okay. So I went the other day and bought some worms to go fishing, and they had Canadian worms, and I'm like, "Do these worms say A?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Do these worms say A?" And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "You know, Canadians, like after almost every sentence they say A. What?" Like he didn't get it. But I'm like, A, like I'm
He's
gonna
never
catch
been
a
to your
fish, eh? Yeah. He's just like, "What?" Oh, you should try these garlic scented ones. I'm like, do fish actually like garlic? Like that's really weird to me. But yeah, I don't think they do. I killed one worm fishing the other day that smelled like garlic. Didn't get one bite. I don't think they do like garlic. I don't even think they know what the fuck garlic is. Yeah, different strokes for different
I
folks.
don't know much about fishing.
Really? Jeff, we gotta go fishing.
I grew up in a small town. I grew up in a small town in western Kansas, so I did grow up fishing and stuff. But I don't know much about the in and outs of like the types of worms and lures and all that sort of stuff. But I have a lot of friends who do know all about that.
Nice. Yeah, I got the garlic scented worms, and I just felt so bad. Like when I was a kid, I didn't care. I just like would bring that worm on there on the hook, and I was like, "Let's go fishing," and I catch some fish. But I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I felt so bad for this guy, and put him on my hook. He ended up dying. You know, he was named Krusty after a while because he died and became Krusty once we moved to the other side of the lake. But yeah, I did end up buying a lure. We were talking about it. Is it lure or lure? Lure or lure? But yeah, I bought one so I can get money to buy a pass for the park. And then we left like 30 minutes later, but we were illegally fishing like the rest of the day. So, paid for my day. But yeah, I didn't catch anything but a dead fish that had a freaking parasite. It was weird. It had like two different pink coral colored parasites on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like once I caught that dead fish, I was done, and it just snagged onto the lure that I bought, and I was casting it out, reeling it in, and the wind was really bad. It was blowing this way on the other side, so we came to the other side, and then it was blowing this way. I'm like, great. But yeah, I caught a dead fish, and after that, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Let's go home. But yeah, I did catch a sunburn on my boobs. That was cool.
You should show all the people.
Show the peeps. No, they can't see me.
Were you nude fishing? I mean, how does that happen?
No, I was just like fishing, and my legs are still, just my regular olive tone because I'm 0.03% black. But yeah, this part got a little crusty. Um,
I'm 0.03% Nigerian.
really? Hey, we could
Yeah.
be
So, yeah.
cousins or something.
And I'm 2.2% Spanish and Portuguese, and I'm 0.01% Arabian, which a lot of people, I
Wow.
think, when they see me, they automatically put that together. But some people don't know that I am a person of color.
Right. You just, I told my husband that too before I even got my genetic test back. I said, "You just hate me because I'm black." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you just hate me because I'm black." And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." But yeah, once I found that out, I was just like, well, that's really interesting. I thought I was Spanish. I definitely thought I was Cherokee because of all the tales I've been told. They're full of shit. I think it's Germans trying to hide shit, so they made up all this Cherokee lore stuff. Yeah, so I'm not Cherokee at all, and I'm kind of mourning that part of me that I've lost. I'm just like, nope, not Cherokee at
I
all.
I think in the Midwest there was it was bad to be an Indian, and then it kind of flipped like everything does. Then it became cool to be part Indian. So like Elizabeth Warren, she's thinks she's part Indian, and then she later discovered that she wasn't,
Hmm.
which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're part Cherokee. Come to find out, they're
Yeah,
not.
no.
Lies. All lies.
Well, it was funny when I spent like a lot of time on the Ancestry.com thing, and I learned that I was flying a lot, and I'd seen every movie on the airplane, and so I was going to rewatch an old movie. So I watched Braveheart, and at the time I was watching it, I had a mullet, and I discovered that the King of Scotland is a direct descendant. I'm a direct descendant of the King of Scotland. So Bruce the Robber is a relative of mine. So he was the bad guy in Braveheart. So I was like, this is so fitting that I'm watching this. And I learned that Henry VIII was my 13th great uncle, and I'm related to the Plantagenet and the Tudor, but whatever. Everyone's inbred, so that's why I'm able to make all the weird videos, because obviously back in my family tree line, it's kind of more of like it's not a tree, it's more of a stump type thing, which is an old Bill Hicks joke.
It's kind of like the I can't remember what it's called. The devil's something, but it looks like an old tree stump, an old giant tree that was cut down. Definitely a stump. I'm trying to think of that joke you're talking about. Bill Hicks joke.
He's like, "What is your?" I can't remember. How's your family tree? Is it must be a stump? And so close together. I can't remember. He was talking about how these cop shows should put the camera up your vagina so they could film the little criminals coming out. Like, it's really dark.
Yeah.
That guy was one of the.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like going in and out of every trailer park across the country where no one wears a shirt, and everyone's, I don't know. It's a crazy world out there.
It really is, especially these days.
Yeah.
All the Karens and Kens running around. Have you ever intercepted a Karen or a Ken in your life?
Sure, I have. Yeah, I'm pretty good at trolling people. So if somebody is, if someone's rude to me or awful, I'll mirror them back to themselves, and I'll try to do it subtly. And so, for example, I've been going to this really fancy health club for many years, and I'm an executive member. And they used to have these little towels, like washcloths, which they stopped putting in the executive locker room, which I've asked the general manager, the manager, two of them, the people, the housekeeping people, all the people.
Giveaways? No, I don't. It's for. Sorry, my son just came in. It's for Caleb and her. No, I don't. Sorry. Goodbye. We're doing a show. Bye, Mia. Bye. Goodbye. Go ahead.
So they've all just kind of yes me and just kind of blown me off, like, go fuck yourself. So I've become a locker room terrorist. So now I used to be the guy that someone else would leave their towel, I would pick it up for them. Like, I'm basically feel like I'm part of the staff, like helping, like I always am in life. Now I flipped it to script. Now I'm leaving towels everywhere. I'm creating fucking mayhem in the locker room. Yeah.
That's awesome.
In the steam room, I leave like 3 towels. I'm like the worst nightmare ever.
So, what you're trying to say is you recovered from being the people pleaser and the helper. You're like, no, I'm going to flip the script.
Well, I'm a really cool person if I go where the love is. But if you're rude to me or whatever, I will destroy you.
Yes. That's where I'm at right now, too, in my life. I'm 43, so I'm 7 years younger than you. But yes, I'm at the point where, yes, I've been a people pleaser all my life, but I'm learning from that and I'm growing from that. And if you fuck me over, I'm going to fuck you over too. And they don't like it at all. They're just like, what's happening?
I'm a master troller. I'm really good at it. I could do it as a profession. People could hire me to troll businesses, friends, family. I was at this film festival, and I went to this nice restaurant because I had to wait like 2 hours, and I sat down at the bar, and I sat there for over 30 minutes. No one said hi to me. No one sat me at a table. No one asked me I was just like, what the hell's going on here? So I left the most brilliant, horrific Yelp review you could ever imagine. And then I had 7 of my friends do the same thing. So their whole thing just got just. And if it was something really personal, I would dedicate my life to getting everyone on the planet to leave a terrible review for that place. Yeah, I don't fuck around.
Hey, 7's enough, really, as far as negative
You're
reviews.
lucky to think it's 50.
That's right. Well, on that note, Jeff, we do have to go to our first music break. On this break, we have you, one of my favorite artists at the moment, with Abandoned, which is your most recent release for your videos. I love it. I really do love it.
Thanks.
I'm just like, wow. I'm sad that this song doesn't have the talking and such in it, the script, but it's still really good. And then Consensual Sex Van, I'm just like, hell yeah, I want to talk about that soon. Do you still have that van?
I do, yes.
Yes, that is so awesome. And then Finger Bang Your Date and Mulletude. We'll see you guys back here, same time, same place. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the love take you far away from all this huff and puff. There will be nothing in between our love, like a pair of doves flying high above, where nothing can touch us, touching softly. Don't let me go, I won't let you go. This is eternity with me, baby. Do you wanna go for a ride in my consensual sex van? Do you wanna go for a ride in my consensual sex van? You don't have to be alone. Come with me. Magic, healthy laughter, boundaries, safe space, ongoing mutual consent, passion, happily we'll be bearing our souls, naked by the sea. We'll breathe the clean air. We'll be living, laughing, loving forever. Baby, do you wanna go for a ride in my consensual sex van? Do you wanna go for a ride in my consensual sex van? You don't have to be alone anymore. We will be together forever in love. Do you wanna go for a ride? Do you wanna go in my consensual? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just get in the van.
We play house. We play house. We play house. We play house.
your life is a never-ending train wreck, and you feel like you're drowning in a sea of regret, with a bit of oppression pressing down on your neck. It hurts so bad when your overwhelming hatred kills your heart's desire, and reality starts looking like a dumpster fire. You start bitching to me, but you're preaching to the choir. You don't need to be so mad, 'cause sometimes we hurt, sometimes we cry, sometimes we're sure there's no reason to try. When the whole world goes completely insane, open your heart, stand up and sing. I'm gonna finger bang my day. Yeah, yeah, I'll finger bang my day. That's right. You gotta make the choice to give it all you've got, and make your day long with pleasure, really make it hot, because your day deserves a lover that pulls out the stops. Come on, it's not so hard, 'cause sometimes we hurt, sometimes we cry, sometimes we're sure there's no reason to try. When the whole world blows up in our face, what else could we do but stand up and sing? I'm gonna finger bang my day. Yeah, yeah, finger bang my day.
Hey, what are we really doing? We can't live in a world that has this much hate. We have to get honest with ourselves. We have to take stock in what our part is in all of this madness. We have to let go, and we focus on giving love, setting that intention. And each and every single one of us gets up every day with the intention to give love. And we do it. We go out there and we give love every single day. Each one of us gets out there and makes love to our day, giving our day a multiple orgasm. The whole world will be orgasmic for the rest of eternity.
Sometimes we hurt, sometimes we cry, sometimes we're sure there's no reason to try. When the whole world is fucking insane, we open our hearts, stand up and sing. I'm gonna finger bang my day. Finger bang my day. Finger bang my day. Let's open our hearts, stand up and sing. I'm gonna finger bang my day. Yeah, yeah, finger bang my day.
Drop a can drip, drip, drip. Drop a can drip, drop a can drip.
I got Mullet moves, got that Mullet too. You think it's wrong? Back of the head too long. Fuck that. Check these Mullet moves. You need a Mullet too. I can do no wrong. Back of the head long, never gonna cut it.
All these hookers sweet on me. Look at them chasing me, showing me that ass. And I banged up to snatch. I do this shit for free. Go down your mom, count 3. She's taking selfies with the mullet like it's history. How can I maneuver you with that pussy, dude? You sit like Buddha waiting on it to come to you. My lines are straight to the point. She shows me gratitude. So what's your latitude? Let's adjust your attitude. Head with a alligator, double dually Lamborghini. All up in a silly little yellow polka dot bikini.
I got Mullet moves, I got that Mullet too. You think it's wrong? Back of the head too long. Fuck that.
Head with a alligator, double dually Lamborghini. All up in a silly little yellow polka dot bikini.
Check these Mullet moves. You need a Mullet too. I can do no wrong. Back of the head long, never gonna cut it.
Head with a alligator, double dually Lamborghini. All up in a silly little yellow polka dot bikini. You're like the butt of a butter knife cutting up panini. So climb back in your kangaroo
couch like a rolling genie.
These moves are hot, these locks I got. This power cannot be disputed and it can't be bought.
So you can find me in the studio with all these thoughts. You wanna buy my style, but you can't be what you're not, neighbor.
I got mullet moves, I got that mullet too. You think it's wrong? Back of the head too long, fuck that. Check these mullet moves, you need a mullet too. I can do no wrong, back of the head long, you're gonna cut it. Got that motherfucking mullet. You wanna touch it?
Yeah. Next time you come around here with your bitch ass, just remember how my mullet makes your hoes pussy drip, drip, drip.
I got mullet moves, I got that mullet too. You think it's wrong? Back of the head too long, fuck that. Check these mullet moves, you need a mullet too. I can do no wrong, never gonna cut it. I got mullet moves, I got that mullet too. You think it's wrong? Back of the head too long, fuck that. Check these mullet moves, you need a mullet too. I can do no wrong, never gonna cut it. Never gonna cut it. Never gonna cut it.
Drip, drip,
Mullet moves,
drip, drip,
bitch.
drip, drip.
Never gonna cut it.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening we have Mr. Jeff Hilliard on the show. I'm super stoked and excited to have him on. Jeff, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. My air conditioner's on. Is that causing a problem?
I didn't hear it until you left the room, and I was just like, I was very enamored by it because it's very kind of humid and hot in here, so it's a bit sweaty.
So it's okay if I leave it on? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. I could hear you singing Finger Bang My Day, which was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I love that song. It's like one of my favorites.
I
think that's my number one favorite, and then Consensual Sex Fan, second favorite, but yeah.
I kind of hope that somewhere in the world there's someone being finger banged right now while listening to that song. That would make me very happy.
Seriously.
Terrible.
It's not terrible. It's a happy thought. Think happy
Right.
thoughts.
Giving strangers joy they'll never meet.
Right? Okay, so where did you film that? Was that Death Valley, or where did you film that?
Talking about Finger Banger Day?
Yeah.
Stuff in the meth lab, like in some terrible apartment that you can rent out. And then we went out to out in the desert, I think Lancaster maybe. And then some other location, like some dry lake bed, is where we shot. And we wanted to make it look very cinematic, like a Justin Bieber music video.
Yeah, did you hear about that poor guy? Like, he's like, his face is partially paralyzed, and I remember him trying to save his wife because she was going through some stroke thing, and they both got the vax. I didn't. I got COVID a couple times, and my husband almost died from it. He was in a medically induced coma for 28 days, but it's like, I'm not going to get the vax. Yeah, I think just having it, I have enough antibodies. I shouldn't have to worry, but yeah, I think they both got vaxxed and they both got really fucked up. So she went through her stroke thing, and I think he went through his, and now his face is partially paralyzed, and he's like, I'm going to come back. I'm like, hopefully.
Go out there and get your booster, kids.
Yeah. And jab after jab after jab. It's a jabby jab, stab, stab. Go get it done.
Yeah, you're doing it for the people.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Do it for the people.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci, that guy's scary.
And he
But
got
I
it too.
Yeah, I think everybody should get vaccinated so they don't get COVID.
Yeah.
I like the people that drive around in Los Angeles wearing their mask alone in their cars. I wonder if they take showers with them on.
Okay, so that used to piss
Do
me
they
off a
see-
lot. I see people, I'm like, okay, so you're driving around, your windows down, you got your mask on, like, who the fuck are you trying to protect yourself from? But I've actually caught myself doing it. Like, if I'm in a hurry going from store to store,
Right.
I have actually caught myself with my mask on. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? It hasn't been recently. Yeah, you
I
have?
a friend who wears his mask everywhere, and his reason for doing it is to let other people know that he's vaccinated and he's not an asshole.
Oh, okay. Got
Yeah.
it. He's not an asshole.
Got it.
Got it.
It's all about virtue signaling. You gotta signal that virtue.
Yeah.
Send weapons to Ukraine and get vaccinated.
That could probably help, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And make sure you get your monkeypox vaccination too.
Yes. My 18-year-old, she's really, really afraid of that right now. She's like, Mom, like they're saying you get the monkeypox if you're sexually active, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you don't have to be sexually active. All you have to do is sit on a toilet seat. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. But yeah.
It could be like gay male orgies. She can avoid that. She'll increase her chances because apparently it's prevalent at like these like international male gay leather clubs.
Really?
Where there's I read an article about that. So if you're a young lady and you like to hang out with like gay men at a sex club, you need to be careful when participating in the activities.
Yeah, she's about to go to this concert at Red Rocks. I don't know if you've been there or not, but it's like a natural amphitheater. It's so beautiful. And she's like, somebody's telling me just to stay away from people and blah blah. And she's like, have you ever been to a fucking concert? Like everybody's touching, everybody's moshing, like
Right.
you're rubbing against so many people. How do you stay away from people unless you're like up in the banisters hanging like a monkey or something? Like seriously. You cannot.
Well, she can do to be safe. She can go to Amazon and buy a hazmat suit.
Oh, hey, that's a thing. She bought this whole
that's the one
outfit. She
thing.
should have just bought a hazmat outfit.
That's right. That's the one thing about the mask I never understood because they said early on that COVID goes right through the mask, so it doesn't really do anything. So I kind of felt these people were posers. If they really cared about protecting other people, they'd be wearing a hazmat suit.
Right.
And so I definitely would yell and scream at people that they're full of shit and they're wasting everybody's time and you need to go get a hazmat suit or stay at home.
Yep.
There's a lot of people at the gym wearing masks, and I fucking give them an earful. I go, dude, this is bullshit. If you're this freaked out, get a hazmat suit or get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't get it. Yeah, Sandra said, laugh out loud, haven't heard this song before, and I think it was the Mulletude, but yeah, that's the first one you ever shared with me, and that was about a year ago. And I'm like, is this guy fucking serious? And you sent it to me through Randy Balboa, so I'm like, is Randy Balboa and Jeff Hilliard like the same person? I guess they are. But I was just like, what the fuck? Like, did he see a picture of me in junior high school and like he's making fun of my mullet? Because, you know, I've grown from that since, but yeah, she's like, haven't heard this song before. It is, you know, business in the front, party in the back. You really can't, you know, downgrade it.
And people know you're down to party. You're DTM.
Yeah, my mom, who is now my adopted mom, yeah, she had me get a mullet. She's like, if I get your ears pierced, you have to get the haircut that I suggest. And it was a fucking mullet. And it was basically the worst year of my life, really. I learned a lot of stuff.
you couldn't handle all the penises coming at you.
Yeah, like, you're so fucking ugly. Yeah, I couldn't handle that.
And all the lesbians. It's a very popular lesbian haircut.
I'm like, don't hate, appreciate.
There's not a lot of haircuts that let people know that you're down to do a beer bong, give a stranger a blowjob in a public bathroom. Like, you're definitely down to party.
Wasn't that a female serial killer? She had a mullet too, right? She had that mullet too.
Yeah, you could also potentially knife somebody in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. You have that
Definitely.
energy. You have that, superpower.
You know, it's funny because when I had the mullet, I killed like 7 people. Like, I just had anyone that like cut me off, I'd call them home and beat them with like a tire iron. And I was like, dude, it's a mullet. I can't help this. You should have known better. Who cuts off?
You should have seen the multitude.
Driving around in my rape van. You think you can just cut me off? The fuck? I got a mullet. You know, what the fuck are you thinking?
Seriously, like, these people don't
Some
even
dudes have a
know.
death wish.
It's true. You're awesome. I love you. You're my best friend for life.
I just got out of prison. I'm trying to get my life back together. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see if there's any single ladies out there that have a couch they could let me sleep on. Maybe send, cash at me some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you some new dick pics. Whatever you want. Let's do this.
Wow. Since you mentioned it. No, have you noticed, like, since COVID happened, how much more on the road abuses are happening? Everybody's going batshit crazy. They're like, I'm out of my house. Get the fuck out of my way. And they're killing people, even kids. It's really sad and weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids out there, like underage, like 5-year-olds with knives each other. And I'm telling you what, man, I see young people and they scare the shit out of me. In Los Angeles, there's a lot of homeless people with machetes. There's some guy out there, there's like a hot dog stand and a guy selling machetes. And that guy stopped selling machetes to the street people. So we're living out here in Los Angeles. I don't know what the fuck goes on in Durango, but out here, everybody's got a machete and it's fucking open season.
It's open season. But yeah, bullets are flying, like, into cars, and little kids are getting killed. Like, it's really sad. I wish everybody just had a machete instead of ching, ching, ching. Like, I just saw the other day another road rage case where it was a wife and a husband, and they get out, and, the husband's assaulting the windshield and everything else, like they generally do, and she pulls out her gat, and she shoots at them, and then as they're driving away, she shoots again, and there's a little kid in the back seat. Like, it's like, what the fuck is your problem?
Love it. I'm such a fan of those videos on Reddit. It's fucking the best. I live for, I have it like TikTok, and it's basically women with no clothes on and people fighting. It's all about sex and violence. Just bring it to me in high definition. Show people how to use their camera so they're not spinning the camera around.
I don't know, making you dizzy.
God almighty, what's up? I get more angry with the person holding the camera. If you're not going to stop the violence going on, could you please accurately record it for the police or
It's
whoever?
like, did you see what just happened? No, I couldn't, because you're, like, waving your phone all around. Could you be still for a
If
second?
anything crazy happens in front of me, I'm trying to get captured so I can get more karma points because I want to win.
True, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another place I'm at that I haven't posted. I'm just like, I'm everywhere. I just haven't posted. I'm just like, kind of ghosting people. What?
There was a friend of mine years ago, like 5 years ago, sent me a video of this this black guy in Los Angeles got on top of a bus. He got completely naked, was doing runway, and then bent over and was fingering his ass as all these police officers and the camera person just expertly like showed all the police officers looking away like, no. And then if that was a woman doing the same
They'd
thing,
be like, yeah.
cheering her on.
They're like, no.
This is the power dynamic we're dealing with in this world. It's the power of a woman who's naked that's down to finger her ass on top of a bus. Jim Morrison jumped on top of a car and was like, I'm the Lizard King. This guy was like, really? I get naked and finger my asshole. You got nothing on me, Lizard King.
It's true, maybe had he used the fist, it would be different, but, it was just a finger or two. I don't know. I can't believe this shit. It's just like that scene from, I think it was Friday, where that guy did angel dust and he's like running around naked, thinking the pigeons are after him or something. But yeah.
Big fan. I'm a big fan of people getting blasted out of their minds on drugs, taking all their clothes off, and going out in traffic and going crazy. I'm such a fan of that. I think the world needs more of it.
It takes a lot of balls to do that, really. You know what I'm saying?
Massive.
Yeah, a massive amount of balls.
You know, I went to Burning Man a couple years ago, and I learned something about myself. Is if somebody's in front of me naked, I will check them out. And so I was riding down this pathway, and there was literally, I'm not exaggerating, 500 naked guys on their bikes, and I've never seen so many dicks coming at me in my life. It was like a goddamn nightmare. I'm a fan of naked people, but for some reason I have to look at your pierced, weird dick that has like silicone put in your balls, so your balls are massive, and the weird piercings. I will look at it, and I don't want to see it, and it scarred me for life.
So are you gonna write a song about it or what? It haunts your dreams.
Because of your pierced penis?
Yeah. Your Prince Albert. I'm gonna have to write a song about that now.
Looks like my video screen freezed over here. Are we still good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're moving. You froze a couple
Yeah,
times.
I went to a party in college, and some guy gave himself a Prince Albert.
Oh,
and
no.
He had to describe it, and I'm like, dude, I do not.
What?
If someone describes something, I will feel the pain that they felt. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I don't even know about your. So gross.
He did
Oh
it
my God.
himself because he was so fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know what he was.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
I guess that's just men want women to see their penis, and I think this is the way to do it. Look what I did to mine.
Yeah, my big brother was talking to his new girlfriend, which I'm like, how did you guys meet? And they're like, at a family dinner, because his dad married her mom, so now they're a couple. But they're so happy together. It's so beautiful. It's not inbreeding, and here in Bayfield, they don't like outbreeders. They're like, oh, you're an outbreeder. But yeah, so they're family, kind of, and they love each other, and they're so beautiful. But yeah, he was talking about getting some bling bling and a Prince Albert, and I'm just like,
Jesus.
ooh, wee, T-Shane, really? You want to get that in your dick? I don't know what to think about that. Yeah, I like the lowest I've gone so far is my belly button. I don't, I've heard good stories about getting the clit, pierced, but I'm not quite convinced.
Seems like that would really hurt.
Yeah, but I've heard it's good, especially if you get a vibrating ring, but I don't know. Yeah.
Many years ago, I had dinner at the restaurant, and I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And there was a bus, and all these people are getting let off, and it was a swinger party, a big swinger event, actually.
Oh
And this
yeah.
woman was showing these other people. She lifted her shirt up, was showing. I'm walking right into this, and she's showing these people her tits, and I was like, and it wasn't. These weren't tits you wanted to see. They were just not. They had better days. So I went back in the restaurant, and I had a dessert because I was being a fat slob. And then so I'm walking back to my hotel room, and I see her in the lobby, and she goes, and she remembered me, and she goes, "Did you enjoy the show?" And I'm like, "Well, of course." And she goes, "I also got my clit pierced. Would you want to see that?" And I go, "Why wouldn't I?" Like sarcastically.
Oh,
so she lifts her skirt up, and then there's a security guard or some works there. He's like, "Hey, you can't do this here." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'm not with her. I didn't want anyone to think I was even knew this person." It was terrifying.
You saw her tangle dangle?
I didn't look, but yeah, she definitely was showing it. I don't know. I just feel bad. I feel like this poor person was molested, and I'm not going to participate in like trying to cathartically heal your traumatic childhood, even though I look like I would want to participate in that.
You're like, Yeah, of course. And you're like, no, 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 no. Don't want to see that. Don't want to have that trauma.
Yeah, years from now, I'm going to have the trauma going to Burning Man. I need to compound on.
These penises flying at you.
Yeah, fucking night terror. Waking up in the middle of the night screaming, no more facts, no more facts.
Slapping them away.
Keep your fucking sad, tit-piercing clit thing away from me.
You're like slapping them away.
Yeah, just wishing somehow I was gay and I was into it because I could have made it in this city, in Hollywood. I could have been somebody.
You could have. You could have had your name in the phone book. You could have been somebody.
Yeah, could have mattered. Could have been rich.
That's right. I'm rich, bitch. No, I think it's just a matter of time.
Blue check mark. Could have had a blue check mark on my social media, and then I could have posted every day about why you need to get your 7th vaccine and why you need to send money to Ukraine to free the indigenous people of Ukraine.
Oh my God, it's so sad. And then China is so upset because Miss Pelosi and her drunk ass stumbled off the plane and went to Taiwan, and they're like, ching, 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 ching. You know, they're sending missiles over. They're like, here, 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 sending their missiles all across Taiwan. Because Pelosi decided to step out of the plane and say, hello. I don't even know if she really had a meeting. I think she just stepped out and waved and then went on her merry little fucking way. But they're still like, oh.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Pelosi. Her picks, the aggressive, just go fuck yourself to the American people. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
It's like,
and her husband.
Oh yeah, the DUI driver. Yeah.
Yeah, they totally rigged the whole thing so he won't get in trouble. But apparently he had drugs. They didn't say what it was, and there's someone else in his car. So I'm hoping he had cocaine and a transgender consultant to help get him home. Because that would be amazing.
I think it was like Coke and fentanyl and maybe gin and bourbon or something. I don't know. Not quite sure.
Big fan of that. If you are grifting that hard and just your insider trading is like, dude, that's peak. She's the greatest stock trader ever in the history of the world. She has a 69% winning streak. I think it's amazing. I think she should be on Mount Rushmore. I'm a big fan.
Seriously. That rock over here should be her with her cocktail in her face.
They should have a statue of her that moves when she's doing that clap.
Yeah, instead of having the Statue of Liberty, it should be Pelosi just drinking her cocktail. Doing her hand on one hand and, like this.
Yes, the big bull, she should be standing in front of the statue where she's just clapping and she's got money bags.
Putting her foot on the Brahma.
Her husband has a cocktail in his hand, and he's kind of staggering. He's got like his transgendered girlfriend.
He should have his steering wheel.
This is the America I want to live in. Bill Gates is back there with Fauci, and they have like their vaccines shots. And we have like Jeffrey Epstein with like his 12-year-old deuce. I mean, it's America.
I can see it. I can see it now. It's so beautiful. No, it's insane. Like, Fauci, the president, everybody's got COVID. Hey, make sure you get that jab. That jab's going to help you out.
I just hope Hunter Biden, I desperately want him to run for president. I will quit everything I'm doing and I will work on his campaign.
Didn't you actually meet him or no?
I never met him, no. I met a friend of mine who's an escort, who's like a really high-paid escort.
Oh, yes. That's what it was.
At the Peninsula Hotel, she would have hang out with him, but she never said he was a client. But she did say, though, during the primaries, very early on, when people didn't think Biden had it, she said that Hunter was saying that her father did not want to be the nominee, but that the DNC was making him, and that Kamala Harris was going to be his VP, and he was going to win the election, and then he would serve for a couple years, and then she would be president. But I think that she's done so bad, I don't think that's a possibility. But the one thing I thought was interesting, which I wish more people figured out, that it's all theater, and none of it's real, and it's all bullshit, and Trump isn't going to save you. I mean, his casino was a CIA money laundering operation. They're
Mm-hmm.
all in bed together. It's professional wrestling. If the masses were like, no, go fuck yourself, maybe we wouldn't have these cocksuckers trying to fucking force vaccines on him. I'm just going off.
Yeah.
Like I'm some anti-vaxxer.
Hey, hell yes.
Preach
it, brother!
I'm kidding, but it is insane.
No, seriously.
Theater.
Have you seen Ozark? Like, it's kind of like that movie, but different. Laundering money, doing all this other shit. Like, these guys are dirtier than dirty, and everybody's like, oh, this, oh, that. Well, everybody is puppet mastered. Who would ever think that Trump would have been elected? Oh, well, he's a money mogul, blah, blah, blah. And he was on reality TV. All of a sudden, he's the fucking president. And then you got Biden, who doesn't even know his ass from his fucking ear hole. Like, seriously.
Amazing. So great.
Yeah. This is America. It's America, baby.
My favorite moment was when Caitlyn Jenner was getting off the plane coming back from the Trump rally.
Oh my
I
God.
thought, man, it would be fucking amazing if you were like in a coma for 20 years and someone explained to you what the hell's going on in the world. And you're like, well, you know, there's Caitlyn Jenner. You remember Bruce Jenner, right? Well, it's now Caitlyn. You're like, what the fuck? Well, it's like, you know, he was trying to get into that, like, reality fame. Reality what? Well, there was this show, these reality shows. Do you remember Paris Hilton? Well, you remember the Hilton Hotels where they had a daughter? She put out a sex tape and she became really famous for being nothing. What do you mean famous for being nothing? Just famous for being famous, no skills.
For showing her
And then
badge.
there's Kardashian. And you're like, you remember O.J. Simpson, right? Well, he allegedly murdered his wife. It's a whole long story. But one of the attorneys was a Kardashian, and his daughter was an assistant, Kim Kardashian, to Paris Hilton. And she put out a sex tape because she wanted to be a reality star. And so she had a show, and then Kris Jenner, her mother, married Bruce Jenner, and then his fame wasn't working out so well, so he wanted to get into that transgender fame. So he got a boob job, but he wouldn't chop off his dick. But that's where it started. He did run for governor. And that's where we're at right now. Oh, yeah, and then Trump became president.
Yeah.
And it was great because he became, like, the most polarizing thing we've ever seen. And you have all these, like, people in the Midwest that don't know any better. This guy's, like, the conspiracy guy that's going to save them. Alex Jones, who's clearly, like, works for the CIA and turned conspiracy into professional wrestling. I mean, this would be amazing to describe to people that come out of a coma. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, now Alex Jones is having to pay $27 million plus to each individual in a court case. Luckily, it wasn't every certain person. Yeah, not every single person whose kids died, but there's at least like 3 or 4 or 5, and it's like $26.5 million each. What? Yeah, that's why you should have shut your fucking mouth, quit talking shit, and saying this is a hoax. It really wasn't. It really did happen. It was really sad, but yeah, he just had to keep blah 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 because that's what's giving him the views, and that's what he's doing. Poor fella. What do you do?
Ridiculous. Yeah, we live in a very interesting time. I don't know what happened. I think when they had that like thing in Europe, the molecule collider thing. I think when they first did that, we were just looking at some yeah. When the CERN thing went down, I think we're now into. I've somehow fallen into this. Me doing satire has turned the whole world into satire, and now everything is just batshit crazy.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The Democrats became Republicans, and the Republicans became Democrats. You know, the left has gone batshit crazy. The right at moments sounds sane, which really scare the shit out of me because right-wing conservative Christians are completely psychotic.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that's the world we're living in, and I'm waiting for the anarchists to rise up. Not Antifa, not the fake fascists, which are actually fascists.
Yeah, we're anarchy. Yeah, listen to us. No, seriously though, like a lot of us have our finger on the pulse, and the things that seem most outlandish in the end up being the most sane. It's just like this whole world is fucking batshit crazy, whether it's global warming, flooding, all this other shit. Then there's this whole political bullshit. I'm not a part of any party. I'm just like sitting back and watching, and hey, if I may, I might vote for the squirrel. But otherwise, I'm
that's
pretty
the one
okay.
thing that they always say, like, majority of people don't vote, and they don't vote because they know it's all bullshit.
I do vote. if I
I
vote,
know, but
I vote for
people
the
vote
squirrel
locally.
or
I get it. But, like,
yeah.
are you out waving a sign and screaming and yelling at people at a bar about voting for a political person?
No.
It's insanity. It's like it's like basically they're like screaming Hulk Hogan needs to win the professional wrestling world championship.
It's true.
Yeah, it's so crazy. That's the world we're living in.
Yep.
And I'm just over here trying to make the perfect music video.
Hey, I think you've accomplished that with Consensual Sex Fan and Finger Bang Your Day and every single thing I've seen. Okay, so like I said, I was very surprised when I saw the Pussy Pounder. I'm like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. I can get along with this. But yeah, every single video I've seen you do is so good and you get award after award after award. And I'm so fucking proud of you.
Thank you.
I hope you're gonna just go straight up the charts and you are going to be the next big thing. And I think, like you said, Steve-O and all these other people on board, I'm hoping it goes somewhere because you need to. This is what people need to listen to instead of all the bullshit that's repeatedly played on the radio. Finger Bang Your Day,
Right?
if that was out there, or anything else that you've recorded, could you imagine
Listen,
where the world could be right
all
now?
I need, Tessa, all I need is 1,000 super fans. So if you can recruit 1,000 super fans, I'm in business.
Let's do it. We need 1,000 super fans right now. No, seriously.
Yes,
like, I
if
really
everyone,
do.
Yeah, they leave YouTube comments. It's really helpful. That's why people on YouTube are begging you to subscribe, like, and leave comments. It's so stupid. That's the world we live in.
Yes, the
So,
algorithm. You have to leave comments, you have to do this, you have to do that in order for you to go up and above and beyond. But
so silly.
so you have these different articles coming out. Then you were mentioned on the Joe Rogan show. So have you noticed like a multiplicity of people looking you up since then, or what happened with that?
I had like a slow, steady increase in the views and stuff and comments and messages. I mean, nothing out crazy. When I did the Good Life music video, pretty popular, and I got to go over to Charlie Sheen's house. I got to meet him. He asked me if he could tweet my music video.
Did you have some tiger's blood?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't actually smoke crack with Charlie Sheen, but man, he had like that look in his eye, like he could murder someone. He definitely was dealing with some demons. And, yeah. So that was amazing. And then Tommy Lee tweeted it, and we messaged a few times, which was amazing because I was a fan of Molly Crew when I was a kid. Steve-O did. Russell Brand, I met him. He liked the video and he tweeted it. It was really amazing, you know. And it was a time when someone could share something on Facebook and other people could see that they shared it. And so it went viral for a bit, you know. But I mean, it's really hard to get anyone to see your stuff, as you know.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, those few people that are sharing it, like you would think it would just be like kabam, like all of a sudden you're just like overflowed with this stuff, but people are kind of slow.
You need a lot of money behind you. If there's someone out there that's very wealthy, maybe there's someone's already died, doesn't have any kids, do not give your money to charity. Send it to me, and I will make the world's greatest music videos.
You'll make the world better
with a perfect music video.
That's true, and I believe that. Like, if they gave the money to you, you would make the world a lot better because, like I said, I'm jamming out to your music, and I'm just like, it makes me so happy because I'm a misfit, you're a misfit, and it makes me feel like I belong, you know, and that's what I love. Is
you don't feel so crazy. You see other people out there that think the way you do.
Yep.
And are making stuff that hopefully they can give people joy. Funny story. Years ago, a friend of mine, she was home for Thanksgiving, and her sister was having seizures, and her mother was having a really hard time with it, and she was crying. And so she showed her my first music video called The Pussy Pounder, and she thought it was very funny. So she went from crying to laughing, and this is a woman in her 70s. And then she goes, 3 days later, she busts into my room, in her room, and she goes, have you seen the video Balls? Which is it's a very, I don't know if you've seen that one, but the lyrics are, my balls, your mouth, let's do this, blowing up like AIDS in the 80s. It's a very lovely song.
I'm gonna look that up
And
this next music break because I have not heard that, and I was like, "Where's Steve-O?" I've looked at all these different videos. I don't see Steve-O, and then okay, balls. That's it.
so YouTube makes it. They've made them all. You have to be 18 to see it, so they make it really hard to find my videos. You have to like specifically search for them. It's kind of annoying. But my mother, who's in her 80s, my mother loves the videos. She thinks they're hilarious. She'll show them to anybody. She befriended the guy who picks up the trash. She was asking him if he'd seen the videos. Her friends that are 80, they ask her, like, they're always asking her when the next one's coming out. It's really funny. I love that my demographic are people in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah, they're on the way out. They're just like, yes! Finger bang your day. I can imagine all these old people running around flipping people off. That's what I want to see. My best friend, every time I take a picture of her, flipping the bird. I can see all these old people doing the same thing, flipping the bird. Thank you.
She could sing my song, I've Got the Cock That Heals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Where did that come from?
I was trying to learn how to write a hook, and there was a Motley Crue song called "She's Got the Looks That Kill."
Yes.
And it was kind of that rhymed with it, "cock that heals," so that's kind of where that came from. And then yeah, it's really stupid, but I learned over the years how to write a hook, which is like the most difficult thing in the world of music, is to write a hook. And I love writing lyrics. I love the math of putting them together, so it's a lot of fun for me. We're going to work with a very successful music producer on Tuesday, and we're going to work together, and he's interested in me writing like songs for pop stars, which would be really, he goes, look, man, what you're doing is so much harder than what they do. It'll be really easy for you. And I think that would be amazing if I could basically troll the entire planet by making these terrible pop songs for 12-year-old girls. That's hopefully what I could evolve into.
Yeah. Seriously, the Cock That Hills, that's a good one. It's like, wow. And you really did do it with the hook song thing. And that is a big thing. Like, my husband's a musician too, and he can just like willy-nilly be like, blink, pull a song out of his ass. But the Cock That Hills, I'm just like, wow, there's a preacher.
That's a song.
Singing.
That's a song you play for your mother.
Yeah, you know? If I had one.
Like
yes, I do have an adopted one. Maybe I should play it for her, but I don't know.
Yeah, or if you're with someone on a first date. Good.
Yeah, that would be a good sell line right there. I agree with that. The Cock That Hills.
I drive around in my consensual sex van every day just with a megaphone, just asking women if they want to go for a ride.
Really? No, not really.
It'd be a lot cooler if I did.
I could just see you like along the beach coast or whatever. Hey, you want to get in my consensual sex van? Let's go.
I mean, obviously, if they get
in. Get in. Just get in. Just get
in the van.
Yeah, get in the van. Spray you in the face with some mace. You're like, no, seriously, get in. I would get in. Because that's me. I'm just like very,
You would get in my consensual sex van.
I would.
So I'm going to have to drive all the way to Durango in the van, and I'm going to have to ask your husband's permission if you'd like to go for a ride.
Just be at the end of my driveway, and I'll just jump in.
You'll just jump in. I'll honk the horn. I need to get one of those like, weird horns. Funny noises. Yeah. Like an ice cream truck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. With nuts. You gotta have nuts on the cone, because none of my family eats the cones with nuts, and I'm like, what? The nuts are the best part. And they're like, no, especially if you're eating it in bed. You don't need nuts on your ice cream cone. I'm like, I need motherfucking nuts on my ice cream cone. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Nuts on the chin. I love it.
Yeah. Fremunda cheese, one of my favorite cheeses. I'm just kidding. That's gross. I'm just trying to be silly. But yeah, I really do love your music. And that is our next song on the list, is The Cock That Hills. Then we have Mia Savage with Bury Me in Heaven, and then Silicone Wave and Good Life, which is one of your most recents, but I think your very most recent was Abandoned. Yes. And okay, so I keep trying to pause, like as I'm watching the video, and I'm like, what does your stomach tattoo say? I'm trying to figure out what it fucking says.
On the top, it says card-tastic. It says Divine Madman. If someone told me years ago that I was the Divine Madman, which was basically a Buddhist monk who used to tell inappropriate stories to teach morals.
Man who stand on toilet, high on pot. Yes, very
And
true.
I just thought it was really funny, and I just thought like how unbelievably self-indulgent and crazy if I had that tattooed on my stomach. Like, it's so stupid. Like, so everything I do is a joke. It makes me laugh. I just make my friends and family laugh, and hopefully a stranger here and there.
Yeah, well, I was like, pause. Like, I'm trying to read your sexy stomach, and I'm like, what the fuck does it say? So now I know. And I don't know.
I'm the only person that said I have a sexy stomach. I look like I'm
Yeah.
pregnant.
Well, I like more cushion for the pushing. You know what I'm saying?
So that's pregnant. I've actually been losing weight for my next music video. I did this very aggressive song that it's like a Metallica-ish song called Stepfather. It's from the point of view of a stepfather, and it's like, I'm your stepfather, you dumb motherfucker, I'm fucking your mother. It's really a beautiful song.
I can see it now.
Very aggressive. It's so good.
I'm very abated with breath, just waiting for the song.
Yeah, I think this could potentially be my best music video yet. But I think that about every one of them I make.
Dude, like every time you make one, it's better and better and better to the point where you're just gonna explode or implore people. People are gonna be like, oh, that's who Jeff Hilliard is. Like my husband, what's a Jeff Hilliard? I'm like, you don't know what a Jeff
tell
Hilliard
them all
is?
to send their money to Jeff Hilliard.
That's
Send
right.
their money. Videos will get better and better. And I have way more songs to do. Many more. I have like 20 new ones that are just waiting to have videos made for them.
That's gonna be cool. We got Gerald in the chat
Send your
room.
money and send Jeff Hilliard.
That's right. Send it to Jeff Hilliard at Cash App or where? Oh, what?
I'm actually on Venmo. Is there someone really going to send me money? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, on Venmo. What is your address?
It's at Jeff Hilliard, JEFFHILLARD.
That'd be super epic if we can get some funds there. But we do, unfortunately, have to go. But fortunately, because I'm looking forward to this because I love jamming out to your music. We got The Cock That Heals. We got Mia Savage. I don't know if you've heard her. If you don't, Jeff, while we're on break, look up Spreaker and We Are Paradox Media, and then, oh, look at that. Yeah, listen to our music because Mia Savage, she is an artist, kind of like Trent Reznor. She does all her own shit, and she's amazing,
cool.
and one of my best friends, but you got to hear her. So I'm saying, go to Spreaker.com under We Are Paradox Media. I'll send it to you. Okay.
Check it.
Yeah, let me do that real quick. Because, yeah, she's super awesome, and you need to hear this. She needs to get big. Like, she goes to all these parties, and she's wearing her assless chaps with her fishnets, and she's looking sexy as ever. She's like one of my best friends, and I actually work in her hemp fields sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but we got Cock. Yes, indeed. If she doesn't, I will, but we got Cock That Heals, Silicone Wave. Right? Assless chaps. Yeah, I'll have to send you that picture. I think I erased it because I'm like, man, I gotta quit looking at that because it's too hot to be looking at my best friend like that. But yeah, Cock That Heals.
Too hot to handle.
Yeah, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I gotta get out of the kitchen. This is too hot. But we got The Cock That Heals, Mia Savage with Bury Me in Heaven, Silicone Wave, and Good Life. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this music break.
You want the
desperate and pathetic. Nothing but a coward. You're a fool with nothing to offer. No one will ever believe you. They see you for what you are. You're just a fraud, a shell of a person. And now the marvelous spirit of Alcatraz, the demon, they love you. They enslave you into the nightmares of hate. I am the son of a...
letter.
I can't wait to get home. I spent all day tracking the shipment on my phone, all that she was lacking. I ordered custom. I can't wait to get some. Take it to the bedroom. Bitch is always nagging. Now I got the air. I send the bitches packing, going my way. I have a new attraction. Don't care what you say, it's better in every way. Now baby, it's time to play. We're gonna make us a tape and show everyone the way. Cause I'm going my own way, riding up the Silicon Way. I'm seen on the game with my new real dog. I'm gonna play. Just second way to my Silicon Way. She is here to stay. She's my new real dog, and it's time to play. She don't need expensive date nights. Never talks back, I'm always right. Stuff it in her face with all my might. She don't even care, we don't ever fight. She never cries when I'm testing the suspension. We blow it up like it's fucking Armageddon. We make the videos because this is perfection. Look at this erection. I don't need protection, cause I'm going my own way, riding up the Silicon Way. I'm seen on the game with my new real dog. I'm gonna play. Just second way to my Silicon Way. She is here to stay. She's my new real dog, and it's time to play. With my new real dog, I'm gonna play. She's my new real dog, and it's time to play.
The woman of my dreams.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Fais-moi l'amour.
Je suis amoureux.
Je pense toujours à
Enchanté,
tu es charmant.
ma chérie. Mon
Tu es
futur
charmant.
dans une hostie.
Tu
Ils étaient le nipple.
es charmant. Fais-moi l'amour.
Like living on a super yacht, making love to a robot. It's like owning a football team, but having sex with a robot. It's like winning an Oscar and Emmy or Grammy when you're fucking a robot. It's like saving a family with a newborn from a fire, but you're fucking a robot. I'm going my own way, riding up the Silicon Way. I'm seen on the game with my new real dog. I'm gonna play. Just second way to my Silicon Way. She is here to stay. She's my new real dog, and it's time to play.
Excuse me! Excuse me! You got a cigarette?
You help a guy out with some spare change. Anything will do, man. God bless you. Can I just get your change? I missed the bus. I got these chicks right down the street. I'm not an animal.
Moving like a steak knife.
This is a good life.
Dancing in the moonlight. I wanna be inside of you. We got plenty to do. Tell the quarter to two. And I know you wanna ride my Cadillac. Don't give me no flack. I'll put you flat on your back.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us this evening on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. This evening, we have the one and only Mr. Jeff Hilliard on the line. And I don't know, you can't see him, but look at him. He's just like all sexy back there, leaning back against his own self-portrait. And I really want one of those. I want to put one of those in my office because I'm just like, you're my hero.
We will get you well, I'll send one to you.
I want one. Seriously. I'm just like, look at that. Mullet too, right in the background. Thank you. I'm so excited. And like you said before, yay, and I'm like, oh, that kind of seems sarcastic, but yay, like I am super excited, like yay, but yayo. We were just talking about the good life and how you did that and how you are able to play these different characters in your videos. So how hard was it for you to play that character? Like you did so good. Do you have to put shit in your teeth and your gums or what? How do you do that?
Yeah. Well, I'm a trained actor. I spent a lot of time studying acting. I did second city in the conservatory. But when I did the homeless thing, let's talk about I learned from all the homeless people. I discovered there's three types of homeless people. There is like the one that's pathetic. Then you have like the worker that's like getting cans and doing all kinds of hustles or whatever to make money. And then you have like the person that's like should be in maybe a mental institution that's just full on just going for it. Like they're on drugs or whatever, and they're like performance artists. And those are obviously the best ones because they want you to watch them act crazy. So there's a guy that I would see, and if he knew you were looking at him, he would start behaving erratically.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a little bit who I based it on. And then one year I was driving home like early morning on Christmas on Sunset, and there was this homeless guy, and he was strutting down the street with the most self-confidence ever, like he was Prince or something. It was fucking amazing. So I kind of took a little bit of his energy and some of this other guy and this other character that I kind of combined them all into one. And then I got really skinny. I got down to like 160 pounds.
Dude, yeah, seriously, you looked really skinny for that.
Yeah, I was like on an all juice diet for a long time. And then we shot it. We shot a bunch of footage, me and my cinematographers, just me and him making the videos, just me and a camera guy. And he's really, really brilliant. I didn't want to stop shooting it. It was so much fun. And it's very empowering looking that crazy in public. I was at a 7-Eleven, like getting something in between shooting stuff, and people just like terrified of me. They were just like, were scared to be around me. You felt very powerful looking at it. And I had Lainey, Jordy's wife at the time, or girlfriend at the time, made the teeth for me and did my makeup. And she's really brilliant.
Damn. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, was like you put some shit in your gums or somebody made a mouthpiece for you?
Yeah. We had them made, and I also painted my teeth. We had teeth made for me.
Damn. Yeah, I have to say, like, you really did a good job with that character. And like you said, I am a character actor, and you really did a good job with that. I'm like, is that Jeff or not? Like, I couldn't tell because, like you said, you got so skinny, and I'm like, he looked so fucking sucked up and sick. But yeah, you're like, I juiced, and I did this, and I did that. Blah, blah. I tried that juice diet, and I accidentally did it wrong, so I was drinking 10 times more juice than I should have. But yeah, juice diet is good.
Yeah, I got really skinny, and I had like black contacts to make my eyes look very dilated.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it'd be more interesting if I said like, no, I was actually smoking crack and didn't make myself look that real.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Yakety yak. Crack is whack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Pretty crazy. But yeah, it was a fun video to make, and I think it came out great. When I saw the final edit of it and we finished it, I kind of got chills because I thought it was perfect. I was like, man, I really did it. I made an excellent video, and I was really happy to get it out there for people to see it. And when I put it out, my phone did not stop ringing for 3 months. It was just nonstop buzzing with notifications. It was a pretty exciting period for me.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And I think Steve-O and everybody else was just like singing your praises and saying, "Hey, check this shit out," and that's where that came from. So I don't know. You really did a good job with that one. I think you did it with Consensual Sex Van and other videos you've done, like Finger Bang Your Date, etc. I love all of your videos, seriously. But um,
Sweet.
I guess The Good Life was a really big one for a lot of people because they could kind of relate to
Yes.
that.
Oh my god. I hope they can't relate to that character. It's terrible.
Well,
But it's
you
true.
know, I see that guy every time I go to Walmart. I'm like, I wave because I want to be humane and I want that person to feel like they're human. So I'm like, hello, sorry. All my money's on my card, so I can't give you $1 right now, but maybe when I come back through I can give you some donuts or something, and when I come back through they're gone. So I don't know what the fuck to do, but yeah, it's hard. The homeless life. And not everybody chooses it, especially in this day and age. Everybody's being kicked out of their homes because everything is inflated. COVID, all these payments that were expected, and now just recently, especially for my ex roommate, they came through, so I heard. But yeah, it's just like, what the hell is happening?
People choose. I think this life chooses you.
Right? And my sister, she's like, oh, well, I can't be here for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to fix all this food, and I'm going to go and be with these people. And then her son's sitting here, and he's like, when's my mom going to be back? And I'm like, I don't know. It really makes me sad because, okay, I understand you're doing something for people, but instead of getting twacked out, you should come back and spend time with your son, who is sitting here. So we had to feed him Thanksgiving dinner, even though we were all sick with COVID. I think he went
Oh,
over to my oldest daughter's house. She was 21 at the time. Um, but yeah, I just felt so sad for him. Like, you don't deserve this shit. He never fucking
wow.
asked for this shit. And she's over there,
How,
oh, well, I'm feeding the homeless. This is what I'm doing. But what about your son who's sitting here waiting for you? Like, she didn't even care. Her son is, I believe, like 18 right now. He could be 17, almost 18. And he actually got a scholarship and he's going to go to Alaska because he is so smart, even though he has like the speech impediment and stuff. Like, he is amazing.
oh wow. Alaska's supposed to be really beautiful. A lot of mosquitoes, I've been told.
Right? Yeah, even in Georgia, my brother's like, oh, you guys call these mosquitoes? These are gnats. In our homeland of Georgia, mosquitoes are really big. And I'm like, well, just wait, because they're going to get bigger. But yeah, he calls them gnats.
Crazy. Mosquitoes are terrible.
Yeah, not only do I have like one of those mosquito candles, I also have a regular one, which really works. They don't like the scent of papaya or other fruits, I guess. So,
What is
yeah.
it? It's a what's a handle? A mosquito handle? What is that?
A candle. Okay,
Oh, a
so,
candle. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's like a neutronella or something like that. So, it's got 3 different wicks, and you burn all 3 of them. But yeah, there's all kinds of dead bodies in there, like mosquitoes and moths and everything. So you got to kind of dig them
Oh,
out
wow.
and relight it. But there's that, and then there's the one that smells like mango. They don't like mango, I guess, because I've lit that too, and they're just like staying away. So, yeah, mosquitoes are very pestilent here, and I guess they seem like gnats because they're so small, but yeah, they're very pestilent.
They have them here in Los Angeles, and last year we had really, really small ones, which are like really small, like you don't even see them type of thing.
Yep, that's how it is this year. It's been weird because other years, like, they're really big. This year, they're really tiny. So I don't know what that is about. So it's interesting you have that over there too.
I think they were created in a bio lab in Wuhan.
That probably so, in a Wuhan lab.
A vaccine to get everyone vaccinated through mosquito bites.
They ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. There you go. You got the antivirus. I think you're right.
Well, they were apparently. I read a thing. I don't know if it's true or not. That they were testing that to try to get people vaccinated through mosquito bites. I don't know if it's true. I thought it was really funny. Sounds like an Alex Jones thing, but could be
Yeah,
true. Who
that poor
knows?
guy is paying millions of dollars, but no, seriously.
He should just
Before,
he should do a Sandy Hook fundraiser.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
he
you
should.
could have like a thing set like a fairgrounds where you would have like little kids and you'd have like a gun thing where you could shoot the kids.
Holy
And
shit, are you serious? Damn. Damn, Felicia.
Shoot the kids in Sandy Hook. And then you could have like pictures of the poor kids who died and they could crying,
Oh no.
raising money for like
That'd be bad.
I mean,
No,
obviously
no,
I'm
no.
not against it. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, nobody would pay for that. Everybody'd be like, what?
No. But a bunch of weirdos would.
Yeah.
There's
That's the way we can figure out who is who. Who's a psycho, who is not. Who's paying for this?
Right.
Okay, those guys are psychos. Now we know.
It's funny because this friend of mine was telling me about the Batwoman movie that they spent $90 million. It was so bad that they put it out. And I'm like, that's so stupid. Why don't you just market it as the worst movie ever made? Because I would want to see it. I want to see how bad it is.
Yeah, everybody wants to see that.
Yeah,
What
like
is the worst movie ever made? Let me see.
If you market it as that, yes, they could call. Like, I guess it was trying to be like really over the top woke movie, and it was so bad that they couldn't put it out. But I'm like, fuck, put it out as the worst movie ever made. Like the woke lunatics are running the asylum, and then just put it out there. If I was a studio head, that's what I would do.
That would make a lot of sense. I'm sorry, the hellhounds are getting restless right now. Hey! Alright, I think they got the message. Anywho's, yeah, Sandy Hook, all this other shit going on. Even the most recent shooting, like, the police were like, hey, come out with your hands up, blah, blah, blah. Like, and instead of going in and shooting him, they're just, like, trying to talk to the guy. All the while, he's still shooting kids. So yeah, that was really fucked
I've been saying this for years. You need to have little kids with their own guns. I mean, it's time.
Seriously. You know, you go to school with cell phones, you gotta turn them in. Maybe kids should go to school with guns. Let's see what happens then. Hey, that's a good idea.
Right. Kids with guns. Swear, that's the future. And I watched some of that Amber Heard trial. That was amazing.
Amber Heard.
I never thought that if you're upset with someone to take a shit in their bed. I mean, she is the most famous, bed shitter that's ever lived on the planet.
She really is. And it's right before she went to Burning Man. He's like, I've cleaned up these dogs' messes before, and this was not the dog's mess. This was Amber's turds. It was
so
really
crazy
bad.
Because you'd see photos of her and she was really pretty, but then when you learn all this about her,
she's so fucking ugly.
Yeah, she's gross. God, what a terrible person.
Who wants to fuck that now?
I mean, he had a really good life. God, oh my God, he had that island, that village in the south of France, and like all the property, real estate, his own plane. Like, how do you fuck that up? He basically made like 3 phone calls to the studio executives to have her play the character in that movie, and she made millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, for Aquaman. Yeah, she totally fucked it up. He's like, oh, I did that all on my own. No, Johnny did that for you, and you're just like, fuck you, Johnny. I'm gonna turn on your pillow. How do you like that? Now you're fucked. She's fucked forever. Like, she's never, I don't think, unless it's like some sort of dirty turd porn or something, is she ever gonna come back into reality?
Yeah, she's terrible. This city, there's a lot of crazy people like that. A lot of like narcissists, sociopaths.
Golden showers, turds, shit like that. People are into that. Not me, but I guess there are a lot of people into that.
No. People that have been fans of my work that have paid me money to pee and shit and stuff and mail it to them, but that's only for business reasons.
Oh, so you have done that?
I've never done that.
You're like, here you go.
So disgusting. God.
Could you imagine? There's actually women that make thousands of dollars out of farting into a jar. Can you believe that shit? It's like, wow.
They're winning at life.
Yeah.
make a living.
You put your dirty
eating
panties
all
in there,
day,
and then you
fart.
fart in a jar, and you send it.
I'm not doing it right.
Me neither. I'm just not into that genre. I don't quite
Tough.
get it.
You're a good farter. That's good. You should. There was an Instagram where this guy was a security guard, and he would sit in this lobby and just fart and videotape himself while he was farting. It's the funniest thing ever.
I gotta see that.
Oh my god!
Because, like, I get so mad when my husband, because the fan is facing this way and he's right in front of the fan and he's like, rap, rap, rap. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? You just did that in front of the fan, which is blowing towards me.
Oh my god, it's terrible. No, this guy works as a security guard in a massive Pore lobby, and he would videotape himself farting. It became so popular. At some point, they found him at work doing it, and they got fired. It was fucking amazing. Like, he would just be like,
and then he like,
like
yep, it's done.
Yeah, just so good. I mean, that job, I guess, would get so boring. That would be the only thing interesting. He probably started out, he did it for a friend of his, and then they were like, you gotta post it. It just became like an internet
sensation.
I mean, I will never have that type of engagement or viewership on any of my music videos as some fat guy in a lobby farting in a security guard outfit.
No, dude, I do security, and I'm fat, but I don't do that.
You need to start farting.
Yeah, I guess I do. I need to, like, make my own thing on wherever the fuck. What is it called?
I don't know what the Instagram. I'm sure if you Google
Instagram. So yeah, security farts.
Security guard farting. Yeah. I'm sure there's a ton of people that are like copycats. There's probably like 100 people out there right now. There's probably someone in Europe right now farting in a lobby, videotaping themselves for TikTok.
You're like, wait a minute. This ain't right. I don't know. Okay, if I had a really long fart like that, I better be sitting on the toilet, because if I do something like that, something's gonna come out. There's a turd honking for right away, and I gotta disperse my little brown babies into the pool.
Listen, man, if you could fucking shit your pants in public and videotape it, there you go.
I can't do it.
Internet stuff. Now you're selling
can't do it.
T-shirts like, oops, I shit my pants again.
Hey, okay, maybe that's the next big thing. No, I can't do it. Can't. We're about to do powwows for the youths and shit, and I'm just like, no, can't do it. But they'll be like, ha 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 ha, look at that white chick, she just shit her pants. I could make a lot of money. You never know.
Yeah. You gotta do it for the kids. You want to send your grandkids to college. This is how I pay for your college fund.
I have one, and yes, I want him to go to college if he wants to, but generally we don't. We just, build our own business, and that's what we do.
I'm telling you, what you do is you just eat a bunch of garbage food, go into Walmart, videotape your
asparagus, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, then you go to one of the people that work there and say, hey man, I'm sorry, I had an accident. You videotape the whole thing. If you start to do that on a daily basis, you'll become an internet sensation.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting
down. Sell t-shirts. They'll sell t-shirts of you, like, with pants. You always wear white pants.
You're, like, walking out, and your pants are totally shited.
Yeah, I wholly shited again. And then, like, if you use a bunch of Jesus stuff in there because you're a holy roller and you're trying to convince people they need to turn their life and power over to the Lord Jesus Christ and try to save people as you're shitting your pants in a Walmart.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. A lot of shit just happened back here.
And you should have, like,
skittle.
bikini top. You gotta have your boobs out. People love that. If you have your boobs out, too, you will fucking, like, have them out and just shit yourself in the Walmart. Jesus Christ, it's amazing.
Thanks.
Anybody see this?
No. Just
so
you
video.
me.
Well, hell, take it off. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. This is the best radio interview I've ever done in my life.
I love that you appreciate it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Free.
way better than shitting your pants. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should
You
do
should
this and then shit my pants at the same time, and then I'll get tons of followers.
I'm telling you what you do is just take that off and just get comfortable. I'm a fan.
Right. Oh my.
That was amazing.
Oh, well, I'm glad you like it, because, yeah. It cost me about $9,000. I'm
You
just
got $9,000.
Yeah, well, okay, so I had 4 kids, breastfed all of them, and then it's kind of like the flapjacks, and I'm like, well, can't fucking deal with this shit anymore. Like, I'm not breastfeeding anymore. I don't have any more kids. Like, I need to fix this because it really upsets me. Yes, before I had little tiny perky boobs. Now I got real. So yeah, I got implants, and that's what happened. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. I'm glad you're happy with it too, but
I'm a fan. This is the best thing I've ever done. Amazing.
I'm so glad you said that because I love you and you're my hero. So, you adore me, I adore you, and I'm so happy right now.
Just set them free. I mean, you should just set them free.
Oh, for the rest of the show.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yes. This is incredible. The greatest interview I've ever experienced. I don't think anything can top this.
Yeah, top this or topless. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. It's the Chronicles of Fornia.
This is how you should do all of
Right?
do all of your interviews.
Do all my shows like this. Chronicles of Hornia.
Yeah, you will have the most popular show on the speaker app.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them away because I feel kind of uncomfortable right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, just kidding.
Sorry?
No, it's super awesome. So, what is your next music venue? What is your next video? What are you thinking about? And my eyeglasses are getting kind of steamy. It's getting kind of steamy in here. I think I might have to clean these off.
Full and free. The next music video is called Stepfather, and that's gonna be, hopefully I'll shoot that like in a month or two. And that's the Metallica type song. And then a bunch of other ones. I don't know which one I'll do after that, but it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be great.
It's been nice. So do you have experience with that as far as Stepfather? Does that come from somewhere personally, or is this just like you heard the story from somebody else and you're trying to replicate that?
No, I don't have any kids. My music producer I work with has 3 kids, and they're a baby, a 2-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and they're fucking insane. Like screaming and yelling. It's like World War III. And so we recorded this song, and it was like really aggressive, and I was trying to figure out what the lyrics were, and I was like, who's listening to Metallica? And I'm like, someone who's like in their 40s, that's very angry. I'm like, who the hell would be 40-year-old male that's angry? And I'm like, the fucking Stepfather. And we wrote the song really fast. I wrote the lyrics probably like in 30 minutes to an hour, and we recorded it like in one and a half takes. It was it's really good. I'm really proud of it.
I really can't wait to hear it because I love everything you do. Like I said, like I'm talking to my musical fucking hero. Before it was like Dr. Demento show, and I can't believe you never listened to him. Like when I was a kid and I couldn't get to sleep, we would turn on the radio station. It was the Dr. Demento show. And that's where Weird Al Yankovic came in, and you remember that song, The Detachable Penis?
Yes.
All these different fucking songs came through, and I'm just like, fuck yes. Like, that is what molded me as the human I am today. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just so appreciative for Dr. Demento. Not just Weird Al Yankovic, but Dr. Demento. You gotta check him out, because he had...
Did he do a radio show, or did he do his own music?
It was a radio show. The Dr. Demento Show. Whee! And then, you'd hear Weird Al Yankovic and all kinds of different people, Detachable Penis, all kinds of shit going on that station. And that's what put me to sleep back in the day. because
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
am still today dealing with paranormal PTSD. Like, it's about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. Used to be 4 or 5. Then since COVID, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep, and so it's really fucking strange to me. But Dr. Demento is still fucking alive. It's insane.
Wow.
But yeah, Weird Al. I've seen him on different shows, and then you. I'm just like, no, you're my new hero.
I thank you. You're very sweet. You're amazing. I saw Weird Al at a Mac store one day.
You did?
It's really funny. Yeah, he was in there with his tower trying to get it fixed or something. I was like, holy shit, that's Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, he's great. He's done very well.
He is, and like you said, he used to take different songs and manipulate them, but you're doing
Right.
originals, which is very different and very prestigious. So I'm very
Well,
proud
thank
of you for doing that.
Appreciate it. I think I'm going to put Finger Banger Day and Abandon in a bunch of film festivals. I think they're both going to do really well.
I think so too.
I mean, all that stuff is silly. The only reason why I do it, because in Hollywood, you kind of have to play the stupid game, and it's like, it's so dumb. But I literally go, my sister's husband is like oddly competitive with me, which makes no sense at all. So he's like passive aggressive and weird with me. So what I do is I literally go to the film festivals I can to get a photo of me at the step and repeat, specifically to annoy him, to post it on my social media. That's the reason why I do everything I do, is to annoy my frenemies and people who do not want to see me succeed.
Exactly. Go fuck yourself. Finger bang your day. Seriously. There's so many people that, like, I don't know, there was this one time I dressed up for 70s days and I cut my hair. I stayed up all day just to get ready for this part, and this guy, Tucker was his last name, came up into my face and he's like, "You're the ugliest bitch ever." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like, I'm dressed up for 70s day. And I was wearing my uncle's like 70s clothes and shit, and I was proud of myself. And he's like, "You're the fucking ugliest bitch ever." And I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" And then there was other people that were like, "You are so beautiful." So I just listened to the positive and didn't listen to that bullshit, because
You're very beautiful.
oh, thank you.
You're a very beautiful lady. This
Thank
is terrible
you.
that someone would say that to you. I've been told. And
Yeah,
said
it made me
things
so
bad about
sad.
you.
I was just like, wah, wah. Oh, 70s day. Step. No, but seriously, yeah, he was so ugly to me. And then other people are like, "You're so beautiful." And it's not just my outside appearance, it's like my inner self. And that's what's really important, I think, is our inner selves and how we treat people. And all this bullshit going on, all the Karens, all this other bullshit, like, go above and beyond that, and just, we got to lift each other up and help each other out. And that's why I like Finger Bang Your Day, because fuck you. I'm going to do this anyways, and I'm going to raise people up, because like you said, in that little satirical part where you're just like, can you say it for us? Because I would really love to hear you say
I
it.
don't remember off the top of my head, but it's all about giving love every day, and you got to get out there and you got to finger bang your day. You got to give your day a
multiple orgasms.
Yeah, the whole universe will be orgasmic for the rest of eternity, which is where it's at.
That's true.
That you should do that. You should play Finger Bang Your Day and literally do that on the show. That would be amazing.
Hey, if it's up to you, I might make that my new intro song.
Yes. Yeah. You should have a video of yourself literally
multiple orgasms. Fuck everybody else.
You gotta literally be finger banging yourself on the show.
Oh,
now,
wow.
You could do like an OnlyFans version. You could do like the OnlyFans version of your show.
That might take a lot more energy, but yes, I can see that.
Like, what is going on?
Wait a minute. Like, what is that sound?
Yeah, that's the future of radio.
Wow. Now I see.
Everyone who has an OnlyFans, that's how they should do their OnlyFans. With that song.
Guess what? Okay, so Miss Fox and her boyfriend now. I don't know if it's Machine Gun Kelly or who the fuck he is, but they're like, should we do an OnlyFans page? And everybody's like, yes. So they're gonna be fucking each other on the internet. Sorry, the hellhounds are restless at the moment, but yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they just put this out the other day. They're like, oh, should we do an OnlyFans for where we're fucking each other? I'm like, Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, do you guys know how many people are gonna be watching that shit? Do you really have to ask us, yes or no? Everybody's saying yes.
I was at the Hard Rock Casino at a show, and Megan Fox, this is many years, this is like in 2004, and she walked past me in the nightclub, and
she's so
probably one of the
gorgeous.
cutest women, yeah, I've ever seen in my life. I couldn't believe it. Really
She's
pretty.
like not human. She's the goddess.
Yeah, she's something else.
You actually saw that in person.
Yeah. I've
Holy
also
shit.
seen Dita Von Teese.
And you didn't die. You're still alive.
I didn't burst in flames.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, her and her boyfriend, they're like, oh, should we do a fans only? Everybody's like, yes. I'm like, really? You really gotta ask that question?
Right? I don't understand the fascination with him myself personally. I'm sure he does great.
No, he looks like a tadpole with a lot of tattoos and shit. Like, I don't get it, but okay, I guess he might be sexy to her because he looks like a tadpole with tattoos. And he's like, oh, I kind of feel sorry for that guy.
So wild.
It is. Like, could you imagine? You could be her old man and be like, wow, here I am. Fucking Megan Fox.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Just one time. Just once. We can do this.
It's true. How long does your show go for?
Okay, so we have about T-minus 10 minutes and counting before we go to the outro. But yeah, anything else you want to say about your show, your videos, whatever else? Yeah.
What else can I say? I'm gonna. I've been talking to some people about doing like a film where I'm gonna do like this really insane interview, and I'm gonna show all my videos in the film, so I could hopefully reach a wider audience and submit to all these film festivals as a film. It'd be a nice way to present my stuff, and then I think I could sell an album through that. It's something I'm talking to people about doing here in the next few months. So that's what's going on here. I'm hopefully gonna record a bunch more songs as well. And that's about it. I'm just trying to keep it going. I have a very expensive hobby, but I don't have any kids and I'm not married, so
Good for you.
basically I have a very like a drug.
You're
It's like a
free
drug addiction
balling.
with the songs and video.
Yeah. Hey, I think you should keep running with that. Kind of like running with scissors or a sword, whatever you choose as your sharp object to run with. You should do that because you're doing such an awesome job. And I think I just lost you. Seriously? What the correct? I'm calling him back. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Maybe. There you are. Yeah, you dipped out early. I'm like, I feel kind of naked and alone, even though I'm not. Welcome back. Okay, so we have T-minus 5 minutes and counting. Okay, so where is the best place people can find you and your videos?
YouTube is probably the easiest. YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all social media.
Under Jeff Hilliard.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I said last night, I was just like doing a deep Jeff Hilliard dive. I'm like, bing, bing. And Pussy Pounder, when that popped up on my shit, I was just like, what? And I love that song. And I kind of want to play it right now. But yeah, I was very impressed. I was just like, okay, so I see all these different videos that he does, and now there's The Pussy Pounder? Are you fucking serious? You're like the superhero of my life. I'm like, yes, out of COVID, this is the superhero I'd like to see. But that was amazing to me. I'm trying to see if I can find it. My ears are now ringing. Somebody's trying to tell me something.
I think it's something on YouTube.
Holy shit.
Can people hear that?
Yeah. Okay, so what do you have to say about that? Like, I don't know. I'm just watching this video. I'm just like, hell yeah, that's my boy Jeff. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
The Pussy Pounder. I'm imagining like during COVID-19 and everything, like you could have made so much money off that.
Right?
Some things you're just like, ain't gonna touch that shit. But I don't know. Pretty intriguing.
Did you want to call? You wanted to call the pounder?
Yes. I do. It set my box on fire. No, that's awesome. I love that shit. I'm just like, what? Because I heard all these other songs and all of a sudden Pussy Pounder came up on my feed on YouTube and I'm like, what? So I listened to it and I'm like, yes. Very true. That was your very first video?
Yeah.
That was awesome. You're just like, yeah.
So fun.
Seriously. I can't wait to get my own, very own, platinum, picture here to put in front of, I think right here, in front of Stranger Things, I'm going to put my Jeff Hilliard portrait and be just like, yes, this is it. Like, this is me. I'm a dork and I love it. And I love this guy. And I love you. Like, I think you're amazing. And I'm so glad you're on my show. I was so stoked, and I woke up at 4:26 today. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So I ate 2 broths with some sauerkraut on there, Yeah, that was good. And then I came in and got the show ready. I already had the music set up, and I don't know, I was just super excited to have you on, and you're like, yay! And I'm like, I sense a little bit of sarcasm in there. But seriously, like, I was super excited to have you on because you are, like, my musical hero, I have to say.
You're very sweet. You were the loveliest young lady. I really appreciate you having me on your show.
I have to thank you once more for being here. But yes, we are on our way out, so we have T-minus 5 minutes and counting. So they can find you on YouTube under Jeff Hilliard, and you can find Consensual Sex Fan and Pussy Pounder. A lot of really cool shit on there. Is there anywhere else that they can find you? Where if they have any questions about videos or editing or whatnot,
they can DM me on Instagram. Is probably the easiest way. I'm also on Facebook, but I think Instagram is easiest. I try to respond to every single message. Every day, I'm messaging with people. I try to be very interactive with anyone who's into what I'm doing, because I really appreciate anyone that's checking my stuff out. It means the world to me.
You know, like I'm saying, like when I was a kid, I had a lot of paranormal shit going on. Now today I have paranormal PTSD, but Dr. Demento, that's where I'd go, because I have to listen to something. Today I have to listen to something because I have tinnitus, or as the doctor says, tinnitus. But I have this ringing in my ears for no apparent reason, so I listen to different paranormal shows. Back in the day, it used to be Dr. Demento. Now it's you or different paranormal shows, and it's just amazing.
Podcast. I'm gonna start doing my podcast again next week, and I'll be doing them on a regular basis.
Oh yes.
Yes, it'll be fun.
That's awesome. So you're gonna be talking about different things within your life? Do you have paranormal happenings
all sorts
or
of weird stuff? I'll have people on that I've worked with. I'll have people that I'm working with, that I want to work with. I'll have like crazy people come on. It'll be fun.
Hey, have me on. I'm crazy.
Yes, I can have you on as a guest.
Oh yes, that'll be awesome. I just have to say it was super epic to have you on my show, and thank you so much once again for being here. Seriously, like I said, really, you are my musical hero. I love you. You're the bestest. Whether it's finger banging my day or pussy pounder, whatever, it's all good. But yeah, thank you, and thanks so much for being here. It's been really awesome.
The best.
Now you first. You started it. And thank you so much to all of those out there on Late Night in the Rockies. It was a pleasure having you. And thank you to all of our friends on We Are Paradox Media's Facebook, KPNL Radio, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and wherever else beyond the Omniverse you're listening tonight. I can't wait to do it again next weekend when, yay, is Chris Garcia, and then we have Luke and Vinny Vineyard, Big Luke, and Funk Master B. You guys don't want to miss that weekend. Don't forget, we are all in this together. Together, we can make the world a little better. And together, my friends, we are Paradox Media, because without you, there is no us. If you'd like to join us on the Skype after party, look us up at tessa.n.thomas30@gmail.com or give us a little jingle jangle at 970-335-9596. Until next time, nighty night, love and light, and take care of my ewes.